We fair children, lost and wild, Dad punishes us, each and every child. But we are feral children, we thrive on chaos. Dad may try to punish us, he will never tame us. Hell in the cell, hell in the cell. It's Dad's test of out might. All kids will go in to fight. There is only one survivor. Bring a shiver, a screwdriver. Punishment is kinetic dance. Leotards moving in a trance. It's the feral children's penance, watching camel toes prance. Miami Deb is a whore. We are feral children, lost and wild. Dad punishes us, each and every child. But we are feral children, we thrive on chaos. Dad may try to punish us, he will never tame us. Miami Deb is a fucking whore. Hell in the cell, hell in the cell. Test of out might. All kids will go in to fight. There is only one survivor. Bring a shiver, a screwdriver. Punishment is kinetic dance. Leotards moving in a trance. It's the feral children's penance, watching camel toes prance. Mommy fucking Deb is a goddamn whore. But we are feral children, we thrive on chaos. Dad may try to punish us, he will never tame us.
Are you serious? I muted myself. I even planned that. I was like, this is going to be so sick. I'm going to pop in and be like, everyone bow your head and pray. And look what happened. Look what happened when Dad tries to plan things. Also, go to Music Asylum 303 if you love that song, because I love that song. And hello, yes, I know I'm muted. Yes, I know I'm muted. Muted like a damn trumpet. What's going on here? You can hear me now? Thank you, Darlene. Hello, Derek. Hello, Sister Wendy. Hello, Total Eclipse. Hello, Mia. Hello, everybody. Hello, Ernie Birdie. It's so good to see you guys. Happy Thanksgiving Eve. Welcome to my personal Vietnam. We're going to need to do some kinetic dance after tomorrow for sure. For sure. I'm not muted, Wendy. I know I'm not muted. How dare you? You get older again. Friday's your birthday? Ooh, does Hid know? Did you remind him he has to get you a good present? Because you put up with a lot of his bullshit this year. How's baby Hid doing? Also, didn't he just have a birthday? You and He'd have similar birthdays? This is exciting. Hello, Sunflower. I'm still pissed off they haven't changed your names back. They're still doing that rollout, huh? Hello, Derek. Nice to see you, Darlene. You can't hear me. You're lying. You can absolutely hear me. You better not be lying. You are. You're lying. How are you doing today, Toombs? How's your hand? Happy Thanksgiving, kind of, sort of. Hello, everybody. He knows. Okay, good. Good. You better dive into those presents. Ha, ha, ha. Get it. It's a pun. Okay, listen. 1 week apart. That's so cute. That's so cute. Ha, ha, ha. I hear nothing. What the hell? Do you have me muted? Is that what's going on? Heat is partying in DC. Oh, no. With the elites? With the white elites? Oh, my God, Heed. Well, good for him. So nice to awaken to you, Derek. I actually have a playlist set up for you to go through and watch your new stuff. Very excited about it. It's set up for tonight when I prep my Thanksgiving stuff. And then we're going to drive all the way north. We're going to make another halfway to Louisiana drive, which is going to be great. So excited to drive again. And then drive back tomorrow night. We're going to go like what? I think it's going to be 7 hours in a car, 5 hours with family, but it's going to be worth it. Tell your truth, Stones. Tell your truth. Speak it. What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Put it in the comments. Put it in the comments, but only after we commence with the prayer.
Heavenly Father, we Thank you tonight for all your blessings. You said in all things give thanks. So we want to thank you tonight for these mighty machines that you brought before us. Thank you for the Dodges and the Toyotas. Thank you for
Lord.
the Fords. And most of all, we thank you for Roush and Yates partnering to give
Thank
us
you for Honda as well, Lord.
the power that we see before us tonight.
And Lord, please bless upon Jane F. Honda the ability to get up near DFWA and back. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you for GM Performance Technology and the R07 engines.
And yes, and also, Lord, thank you for Japanese cadmium steel bolts on my Honda Fit. I appreciate that, Lord.
Thank you for Sunoco Racing Fuel.
And also, just thank you for Pennzoil, Lord. Just basic ass Pennzoil. Thank you very much. I'm sorry I cussed.
Goodyear tires that bring performance and power to the.
And also, thank you, Lord, for the cheap Walmart tires that they put on my car. Please, Lord, make sure they don't bust.
Right. Lord, I want to thank you for my smoking hot wife tonight.
Lord, thank you for smoking hot Dylan, aka MC Lunchboxes. I appreciate him very much. He's very tall and handsome, and I like him.
Lisa, my two children, Eli and Emma.
Lord, thank you for Hugin, my one child, my son, and he's the best.
We like to call them the Little Leagues.
Whereas I like to call them the Little Mookies, aka Little Hoogies, aka my little wiggling boy.
I pray you bless the drivers and use them tonight. May they put on a performance worthy of this great track.
And Lord, please, tonight on the YouTube, let me put on a performance worthy of this great platform, Lord. And thank you for bringing me all of these wonderful children who are very feral, Lord. Thank you for Ernie. Thank you for kind of sort of for Bubsy, for Darlene, for Mia, for Derek, for Graves Ghost DNA, aka Tombstones, for Mel Mac. Thank you very much, Lord, for our birthday. Thank you very much for the turd, even though the turd isn't here right now because the turd's out doing turd things. Thank you very much for the turd, Lord. I appreciate you for the turd. Thank you very much for everybody. Thank you for Jen. Thank you for our Colt baby. Thank you for the other Jen. Thank you for the third Jen. We have 5 Jens on here. Thank you for all of our Jens, Lord. We appreciate you. We appreciate you for all them damn Jens. Okay. We really do. And we thank you very much, Lord. I don't see Sassy here, but thank you for Sassy. Thank you for my person's monkey. Lord, thank you for my person's monkey. Thank you for C. Smith. She's not here right now, but thank you very much. Thank you for baby Stavey. Okay. Thank you for everyone who keeps Steven on his toes by harassing him relentlessly. Thank you for Bubsy. We appreciate you for Bubsy, Lord. We thank you for throwing a butt my way. Thank you for Sunflower. I appreciate that, Lord. I appreciate everything that you've brought upon us and that you've given us, except for death and war. Thank you, Lord.
In Jesus' name, boogity, 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 amen.
Boogity, 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 amen. Yo! And if I missed anyone, I do apologize. I can see you, Sister Wendy. I haven't said thank you to the Lord for you. Why you cannot see yourself? What's wrong? Look in the mirror, Wendy, because I see you. You ain't no ghost, Wendy. We see you here. All right. Thank you for Cindy Sheriffs. Thank you for everybody. I know I'm going to miss someone. They're going to get upset. I apologize, you guys. I don't have the best brain. I've had 11 concussions. Technically 12 if you count busting my knee. I feel like my knee has a brain in it. Oh, yeah. Thank you for Dawn Marie, Lord. Thank you, Jesus, for smart detectives and smarter lawyers and smoking hot cops and those who have empathy and nice judges with hearts that rule with kindness and true crime podcasters who are not gratifters. I agree. I absolutely agree. Oh, no. I'll say it twice. Thank you twice for Sister Wendy, Lord. Thank you twice for giving me a double of Sister Wendy today. Okay? Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Totally Clips. Thank you, Totally Clips. As you guys pop in, I'm going to thank the Lord for you. Actually, thank you, Mia Bido. And also thank you for Heed. Thank you for Heed. Thank you for Carrie. She's not here right now, but thank you for Carrie. Thank you for Midi. She's not here right now either. Thank you for Midi. Thank you for everyone, Lord. Everyone's pretty fucking cool. And I appreciate that, Lord. Thank you very much. Thank you for the Hot Firefighter. Thank you for Thunder Keck, Lord. Thank you for the dark web, except the bad parts of it. Thank you for the funny parts of it, like the Schumann. Thank you for At Wilder Times, Lord. It would be so much easier if they, thank you for Megan and Megan. Thank you for Megan and her powers. And thank you for Laura J. Riker. And thank you for Andrew. Thank you for Jewish Puerto Ricans on the loose, Lord. Jewish Puerto Ricans on the loose. And even though Jewish Puerto Ricans are on the loose, it's fine because it's the gingers who you got to look out for, right, Mia? Gingers are doing a lot. Is there something going on with the moon? Why are gingers doing so much? Why are they doing so much crazy stuff? Thank you for Angela. Thank you for everyone, Lord. I'm thankful for all the Ferals. Thank you for all of our extended family, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for Auntie, who is a whore and in Palestine, and that's your fault, Lord. And thank you for that. And also thank you for fucking Duty Ron, Lord, and Duty Ed. Thank you very much for Miss Melanie. Thank you very much for all the creators, Lord. Thank you for all the creators, but you are the ultimate creator, Lord. And thank you very much. Unless nobody believes in you, if somebody doesn't believe in you, then I'd like to take science as well, just in case, just in case. You know what I mean? I appreciate that, Lord. I appreciate that. And I thank you very much for science. And thank you for Alf, Lord. Thank you for Alf. Thank you for Jai True Crime. How's she doing? I haven't seen her in a minute. I need to check on Jai. I need to check on Chai, aka Jay. How's she doing? She doing okay? Everybody doing all right out there? How are we doing today? Sweet Tassie, you missed it, but I thank the Lord for you. Heed Friedrich Bido. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord, for everybody that you've put upon me. Thank you for Satan. Thank you for Satan. Thank you for AJ. I almost forgot Sherlock Ho. Okay. Oh, and don't forget Jordan Shumley. Of course. I don't even know who the fuck that is, but thank you, Lord. Okay. Thank you for Andrea. Thank you. I already said Tombs right, but thank you for Tombs. I know she likes to dig holes, Lord. We love that for her. All right. Thank you for Rock Chalk True Crime, Lord. Thank you for everybody. Everybody's pretty fucking cool. And I thank you for that, Lord. And I'm sorry I cussed again. Thank you for Alfonso, aka Alf, who's going to save the world. Let's go ahead and hear him out and see what he plans to do. And then maybe we'll give him a call. How about that? How about we do a call? Okay. We're going to do a little call. We're going to see how everybody's doing. Most importantly, Alf.
Alf here. I'd like to talk to you about your planet. I like it, and you should too. But a lot of people aren't taking very good care of it. For starters, they're abusing our public lands. They're littering the beaches, vandalizing the parks, trashing the playgrounds, and basically treating the planet like rental property. Frankly, I don't understand it. People like that are running loose, and I'm the one who has to hide in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for Mike Crawford. Lord, thank you for JFK, baby James. May the hustle run raw. May the hustle run true. Thank you for Kevin, Lord. Kev. I know that he likes to fix things. That's fun. We enjoy that for him. Thank you for Kevin from South Boston, who is always wrong, Lord. He's always wrong, but thank you, because we need a little wrong in our life to correct the right.
Look, folks, public lands are not like pizzas. You just can't pick up the phone and order more.
Lord, thank you for Mike Hunt. Oh, Wilder. You know what? I'll give it to you. That's pretty funny. Thank you very, Lord, for Mike Hunt.
I should know. My planet was really abused. The next thing we knew, it was gone. Public land is our friend. If we don't take care of it, it'll be destroyed. If you want to help...
Lord, thank you for the Can Chronicles. Lord, thank you for John Kumo and Boozy Booty and the other guy. Thank you very much for them, too.
We take care of our public lands. Call me. I'll send you all kinds of neat stuff.
Lord, I'm not a fan of some of the Australian creators, but thank you very, very, very much for who's on the channel from Australia. From Aussie Mel. Thank you for PETA. Okay. Thank you very much for PETA.
Recent photo of myself. Please, let's save the planet. I don't want to have to look for another one.
Okay.
There was a sucker
all right.
punch.
So we are going to go back to this in a minute because I got to show you what's going on in Austin.
Alf here.
Some
I'd
crazy
like to
shit.
talk to you.
Oh, God. Some crazy shit's happening in Austin. We'll get to it. First, we got to call Alf. What's the number? I always forget it. There it is. 446-4-ALF. All right. Let's go ahead and give him a call. Give me just one moment. There's Megan and Megan. Hello, Megan and Megan. Megan and Megan is grateful for Xanax, antidepressants, and DMT. The Lord's Kiss. Beautiful. Beautiful. Also, thank you for Miss Parks. I'm going to try to remember every single kid on this channel. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Okay? We're inclusive and exclusive. It doesn't matter where you are, who you are. We like you. You're fine. Unless you're a fucking bitch, then you're not fine. Okay, let's go. Oh, did you hear Hoogan snore? Oh my God, that was so loud. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I want to hurry up and get this prank phone call out of the way because I have shit to show you guys. I uploaded a bunch of New Orleans videos for you guys. And I put them on unlisted so no one else can see them until you do. Thank you for Marcus, Lord. Thank you for Marcus and Frederickson, Lord. And I'd like to also thank you for DDT because I know you McMuffined and it's fine. All right, let's go ahead and pop this up real quick so we can't see when I put this up. All right, because we are about to do some voice calls. All right. And I got to do that so that I can, let me stop sharing this. We're going to call the ALF hotline. Okay. And let me just share the screen real quick. And it's going to cover it up so that you can't see none of the secret phone numbers. All right. None of the secret phone numbers. All right. So it should be up there. Okay. Let me see. Let me see how this is going to work. Is it going to show me? Okay. Now I'm going to show that. All right. Let me see. Remove. Add to stage. Okay. Well, I don't know why it's. Let me figure this out real quick. I'm not sure what's going on here. I need to get. Oh, okay. Well, let's see if this works. Let's go ahead and see if this works. Maybe it'll work because I'm not sure what's going on here. All right. Let's go ahead and put the number in. What is it? 1-800-455-ALF, right? Or did I do it wrong? Did I already do it wrong? Did anyone get the number? Because I actually just took it down and I feel stupid. Wait, no, I could just look. 446-4-ALF. Okay. 1-800-446-4-ALF. All right. We're going to go ahead and give them a call right quick. Put ones in the chat. Oh, thank you for Tiff Knox, Lord. This prayer is never going to end. It's going to go all the way through the end of the episode. Thank you for Tiff Knox. Mahjong for Tiff Knox, Lord. Thank you for Bird Beaks, Lord. And thank you for Mary Malarkey, Lord. Thank you for Mary Malarkey. And thank you for Nanny. Thank you for everyone, Lord. Thank you for Larry. Thank you for Be Okay. Thank you for, we already did everybody. I think we did everybody. Okay. Thank you for everyone, Lord. All right. Thank you. Also, Lord, thank you for my haters. Thank you for my haters, because that's when you know you're doing something right. All right, you guys, let me know if you can hear this. Go ahead and push 1 if you can hear this. I'm going to go ahead and make the call right freaking now. And you tell me if you can hear it. 1's if you can hear it.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance. We have a special promotion today for select callers. If you are over 50, please press 1 now.
Can you hear it?
If not, press 2.
You can hear it? Okay. I'm not over 50. I'm going to hit 2.
If you... Hello and congratulations. Just for calling today, we're offering you a free medical alert device. You know, it's the little life-saving button you can wear around your neck in case of an emergency. These devices are often very...
Did I call the wrong number? I thought this was the fuck line. 446-4-ALF. 1-800-446-4-ALF. Dude, if they got rid of our ALF line, I'm going to be real upset. Let's see what happens. I don't know if it's our AR.
This call may be recorded for quality assurance. We have a special promotion today for select callers. If you are over 50, please press 1 now. If not, press 2.
No.
If you are over 50, please press 1 now. If not, press 2.
What the fuck is going on?
I'm sorry, I didn't understand your response. Please press 5 to continue.
No, this isn't right. But also, why do I have this other number popping up as the ALF hotline? Wait, what? I've got this 800-225-5253 popping up. In the past, that's the number we've called. Why is it different? Is this a different ALF Saves the Earth ad? That makes no sense. It should be a 446. That's what we call every time. What's going on here? Something changed. Let's try this number. What is this? Let's see what this 1-800 number is. Lord, thank you for Claudia. Claudia is here. Thank you, Claudia, for being here.
For directory assistance, press 9.
What's going on with the Alf Sex Hotline? Did they finally change it? I'm going to try it without the 1-800-446-4ALF. 800-446-4. A is... Oh, I see what's happened. A-L-F. How did I figure that out in the past? That's crazy. It's I think it had something to do with, hold on. I think it had something to do with the way the numbers are set up on my keyboard. I didn't get banned. There's no way. Did he get deported? Dude, if Ice got Alf, I'm going to be so pissed.
You have dialed a number that is not available from your calling area.
What is going on? 1-800-446-4ALF. 446-4ALF. What? This is a travesty if it doesn't work. It's Thanksgiving.
You have dialed a number that is not available from your calling area.
Did I get banned? 1-800-446-4ALF. You cannot ban me. Horse shit.
You have dialed a number that is not available from your calling area.
Did our governor ban porn phone lines? Did our governor ban Alf? Alf banned me. I got banned from... This is like when the inmates said to stop writing them because I was creeping them out. This is making me upset. They're the ones who committed murder, not me. I'm not the weirdo. God damn it. I'm blacklisted from like 3 prisons and now the Alf Sex phone line and like 2 Arby's and definitely a voodoo house in New Orleans. This sucks. Who do we blame? I will try star 67, Mel Mac. That's a good idea. I normally would have, but I never thought I'd have to. I thought I was welcome at the Alf Sex Hotline. 1-800-446-4ALF. You're never gonna get me, government. I will call, says Claudia. Damn right you will, Claudia. Hello, Vermont Bread. Lord, thank you for Vermont Bread Smith as well. We're doing it with the star 67. We're not going to let them get around.
You have dialed a number that is not available from your calling area.
What's my calling area? I've always called from this number. Alf, I used to believe in your fuck line, and now I'm pissed off. I feel like you did me wrong, Alf. Of all nights on this night, thank you for Auntie-Ree, Lord. Thank you very much for Auntie-Ree. Happy Turkey Day Eve. I guess Alf fuck line doesn't work anymore. This is very disappointing. Mookie's even stirred. He's stirred. Yeah, I've been blacklisted from writing to a lot of inmates. I guess I asked too many questions. Or maybe I make them uncomfortable. Whatever. You make me uncomfortable. Murderer. Anyway. Not you, them. Okay, well, I guess whatever then. Rude. Yeah, we'll figure out another sex line. We'll figure something out. Don't worry, guys. We're going to figure it out. It's going to be fine. We'll find something fun to call. I'm going to go look up some Scientology stuff. And next time we'll call them back and we'll find out what's going on. We'll find some no party states and we'll call them or whatever. Some parties, whatever party state we need so that I don't get sued. Or maybe like, yeah, I think I intimidated the inmates. I think I upset them. You're not supposed to interrogate people via mail, but like they don't make that very clear. So it's on them. Anyway, whatever. I guess we're going to have to figure this out because, I mean, what the fuck, Alf? Let's try from my cell phone. I feel like when we did it there, it worked. And for those of you who say that I hide my number when I do this, no, I don't. Trust me. I get a lot of weird calls because of these activities I do with you guys. And you know what? I'm not against it. I still think it's funny. All right, let's do this. And see, I'm calling.
May be recorded for quality assurance. We have a special promotion today for select callers. If you are over 50, please press 1 now. If not, press 2. Hello and congratulations. Just for calling today, we're offering you a free medical alert device. You know, it's the little life-saving button you can wear around your neck in case of an emergency. These devices are often very expensive, so press 1 now to take advantage of this special offer and enjoy the peace of mind that comes with 24/7 support. Don't wait. Press 1 now or remain on the line for additional options.
Yeah, she's at
Again,
over 50.
press 1 now to claim your free device or remain on the line for additional options.
Additional options. It just hung up on me. I didn't even get additional options. Hello, Mary Malarkey. Nice to see you. We thanked the Lord for you earlier. Dude, I'm pretty pissed off. First of all, not getting my medical alert device is a real disappointment. Whatever they were going to give me, they didn't. And I guess Alf Sex Hotline is dead. I think we killed it. Someone didn't pay their 1-800 bill, and I'm pissed off. How am I supposed to connect with hot singles in my area? What's Dylan going to do when he finds out that there's no more hot singles for me to call when he's at work? Damn. Anyway, our weatherman got assaulted here, and it's pretty crazy. Check this out. This really happened. And I was pretty surprised. I was like, damn, I thought this was going to be some road rage with like an argument or something going on. But no, it just was straight to party foul, clock this dude in the face. It really tripped me out. Our weatherman got beat up in road rage.
Let's save the planet. I don't want to have to look for another one.
Yeah, you know what? I think Alf is just... He's embarrassed because he's in the Epstein files. And he knew we were going to find him out. And so he did that first. He cut us off at the jump. And that's really fucking rude of him. We love you, Mary. No fucks, Malex. Nice to see you, hon.
Sucker punch.
CBS Austin morning meteorologist Avery Tomasco still seems a little shaken up by this punch caught on dash cam video this week.
He said one sentence with an obscenity.
Do you see that? This guy just walked up. He's like, you hit my car, and he just punches the weatherman, who, by the way, is like literally trying to do the right thing, get a picture, contact insurance, make sure this guy's car isn't fucked up, for taking responsibility. I know exactly where this is, and this is not a place where you expect to be punched.
Meteorologist Avery Tomasco still seems a little shaken up by this punch caught on dash cam video this week.
He said one sentence with an obscenity in there. You hit my blank car. And I replied, no, you hit my car. And that's when he swung with his entire force.
Just moments.
Also, did he miss him? It looks like he missed him. And also, the guy swung his head the wrong way when he got hit. This is interesting. I don't know how I feel about this. This looks like when people are trying to learn how to wrestle and they go the wrong way when they take the bump. Yeah, it did escalate quite quickly, didn't it? It really did. It really escalated. It does look like he missed him. Oh, yeah, the crimes in Long Island are fucking insane. Trust me, I have a new Newsday subscription, and it's intense. Yeah, let's roll that footage again. Let's roll that beautiful bean footage.
Swung with his entire force.
Just moments before that.
Actually, I don't... I don't think anyone should hit anyone, but that's interesting. That's interesting. What's going on there? What's going on there? That does not make any sense based on physics, but okay.
Entire force.
Just moments before that, it was a normal afternoon. He was driving on Mopac at Steck.
All of a sudden, there's a car coming into my lane. I slam on the horn, hit the brakes, but it's unfortunately too late at that point.
Even then, Avery says he didn't think it was a
Okay, let's observe this because I find the rules of the road to be rigid and unflinching, and I don't like when people do not abide by them. This person seemingly does not use his blinker. And by the way, merging onto Steck and Mopac, you are coming off of a really high bridge, like an overpass that's like fucking 70 feet in the air. So it's incumbent upon you to just stay in your fucking lane. And if someone's going to merge, it's incumbent upon them to use the proper signaling.
All of a sudden, there's a car coming into my lane.
Okay, I see a
slam on the
blinker,
horn,
but
hit
then
the
it
brakes,
stopped.
but it's unfortunately too late at that point.
Even then, Avery says
And here's my problem. This was an unnecessary merge. He didn't actually need to do that. He had plenty of room. He could have stayed over here and then got in front up here on the feeder if he needed to. This is ridiculous.
My lane, I slam on the horn, hit the brakes, but it's unfortunately too late at that point.
Even then,
Now here's the problem in the state of Texas. If you rear end anybody, it is always your fault no matter what. So really, the weatherman himself is the one who would have been at fault here. So the fact that he stopped at all, I mean, the guy who punched him was pretty lucky. I agree. I think blue car is the dick here. And also because he punched him. Yeah, it's not fair, right? Someone can just slam on their brakes here and it's automatically your fault if you hit them. Thank you, Lord, for K-dubs on this Thanksgiving. Yeah, no, it's not just a Florida rule.
Avery says he didn't think it was
Is it in every state? Oh, well, goddamn.
a big deal.
It's a minor collision at that point.
But the driver kept driving until Avery says he got his attention and they pulled into the shopping center at Capital of Texas Highway and 183.
We pull into the shopping center as casual as anything possible. We're using blinkers. We're going slowly.
Avery didn't suspect anything at this point, but a spokesperson for AAA Texas says there's a good reason to be wary in these situations.
According to the AAA Foundation for Traffic Safety, this was done in 2019, nearly 80% of drivers express significant anger, aggression, or road rage behind the wheel at least once in the prior 30.
Did he get him? Did he get him? It's weird. It's weird. This is a weird punch. Also, he ham-fisted him. He did a Brock Lesnar. He really does punch him like a wrestler because you're supposed to use your forearm. It's just very strange. Let's go slow. Let's go slow. We'll do 0.5. Let's see. Ready?
The Foundation for.
Wait, how's it still seem pretty fast?
According to the AAA Foundation.
I mean, yeah, he kind of skimmed his ear. Either way, don't hit people, right? You already hit him once. You got to do it again with your fist?
For traffic safety, this was done in 2019. Nearly 80% of drivers express significant anger, aggression, or road rage behind the wheel, at least.
And see, Toombs blames the ponytail. You think the ponytail is why? It's too tight? Fair enough. Also, this is Mopac. I follow Evil Mopac on Twitter. I highly recommend you all do. This is the only roadway in Austin that has its own Twitter. And it's an aggressive, angry Twitter. And it's very funny because this is an aggressive, angry road.
Once in the prior 30 days.
Avery began to take pictures of the damage when the other driver is seen approaching him on video with his fists.
That little bit that he did wind up, I guess, was enough for my brain to realize you're in danger. Move your neck.
Both men move out of frame and Avery is heard calling for help. That's when he says the other driver walked away. Exactly.
You are confronted, stay as calm and courteous as possible. And if you...
Was that a baby? Did the weather guy have a baby in his fucking car? What did I just hear? Did you guys hear that?
If you are confronted, stay as calm and courteous as possible.
Yeah, I heard a baby crying. There's a baby in that car.
confronted, stay as calm and courteous as possible. And if you
What the fuck? He punched him in front of a baby? Oh, dude. Ponytail's going to jail.
Ever walked away. Exactly.
If you are confronted, stay as calm and courteous as possible. And if you
How Weatherman has a baby in his car. What if he, let me ask you a serious question, because this actually, now that I think about it, this is really fucked up. What if he knocked that guy out? He falls down, he hits his head, he's brain dead. Baby just sits in hot car all day? What a dickhead. Ooh, I hope they get his ass. I don't like this road rage shit going on here. It is so bad. We have a serious road rage problem in Austin. It's always on the news. It's tripping me out. This was blatant craziness. There's a baby in that car.
again feel threatened, call 911.
What AAA suggests you do. When police arrived, they took the report and a copy of the video. There is now a warrant out for the other man's arrest. As for Avery,
Did you catch the license plate?
he plans to press charges, and he says the dash cam video will.
Actually, he shouldn't have to press charges because in Texas, when you get assaulted, whether you agree to it or not, and battered, I should say, it's going to be a battery charge. The state presses charges on your behalf, whether you like it or not. Like, this is
will help him prove it.
Video is everything. That there's no disputing video evidence, both with the crash and both with what
That's
he
true.
did to me after the fact.
Damn.
Has her fair share of animals.
Okay. So that's what's going on. Now, we have another thing going on here in Austin that's pretty crazy. We've got some situations. All right. I wanted to show you guys my news today so you could see what kind of hell I'm living in. All right. What's the crime like around here? Well, family turkey vanished right before Thanksgiving. And I do recommend a camera in your car. Let me tell you why. Okay. First of all, 2 reasons. Number 1, in case any shit like this happens. All right. Imagine a Route 29 stalker thing. Someone tries to do that shit to you. Chances of that person getting caught or perhaps saying, you know what, never mind, because they see your camera. And I say make it very obvious that you have it. Then people won't fuck with you. There's so many things that can deter. Simultaneously, the second thing that is very important, I think, about having a camera with you is that you can lower your insurance if you're a good driver. And I'm not doing an ad here. It's true. I have Progressive now, which I never had before. But if I keep a camera on and I don't do too much fuck shit, my insurance goes down. This is very exciting. So there's multiple reasons to have a camera, but your own safety, preventative shit, in case someone hits you, very important. If you have a Tesla, it's built in. I'm not a big Elon fan, but I will say it's certainly helping with cases like Celeste's, right? I mean, hell, what's the downside is what I have to say. So let's see what happened to this family's turkey. Maybe we can get some justice.
Austin home.
I know there's a lot of them, and some people don't see it that way, but these guys are my babies.
Dozens of dogs, ducks, geese, chickens, roosters. But only one turkey named Charlene, a bird she picked up a year and a half ago at Callahan's General Store as just a chick.
She was just a little baby.
Around 3 a.m. Monday morning, Erin Beatty heard her dogs and geese making some noise. Nothing out of the ordinary, but when she got back up around 7 o'clock to check on the fowl family, she noticed Charlene was missing.
I noticed that I couldn't find her, and we looked everywhere for her, but there was no sign of an attack. Nothing, nobody broke in.
With Thanksgiving just days away, Erin Beatty started to worry.
You know, I need to check and see if that lady that's on the news right here that we're watching, I need to see if that's her real last name because I feel like I went to high school with her. I feel like I know this chick. I don't know. She looks super familiar to me. But also, what did you name your turkey? Is your turkey's name Charlene? Oh, no.
Noticed Charlene was missing.
I noticed that I couldn't find her, and we looked everywhere
Oh,
for her,
Charlene.
but there was no sign of an attack. Nothing, nobody broke in.
With Thanksgiving just days away, Erin Beatty started to worry about Charlene in the back.
Dude, justice for Charlene already right away. Oh, yeah, pit bulls are big here. A lot of people have them. They're the sweetest dogs. Like, they really are. It's all about the owner. If you have a shit owner, right? Or if you have one bad dog in a pack, that can fuck everything up. Because pack mentality, right? Yeah, she has lipstick on her neck. It's her tattoos.
Yard.
Justice
2
for
days ago, I
Charlene.
mentioned that to my husband. I said, I should probably keep a closer eye on Charlene because of Thanksgiving. You never know. You never know. And then boom, 2 days later, she's missing.
She says she spends hours every day with all of her animals. Charlene always close by.
So she's with me most of the time, and she just follows me around. She's a really loving bird. She just wants.
Oh, justice for Charlene. Oh, I just remembered. No, thank you, Lord, for Nicole on the roll. Thank you, Lord, for Des. Thank you, Lord, for Kristen. I'm gonna keep remembering people as this goes on. Thank you for Despise Injustice, Deanna. Thank you very much. Happy Thanksgiving to you, man. Hey, thank you, Lord, for Melmac, for K-Dubs. My Pity is a baby. Yeah, Pitties are such sweet dogs. They probably put the turkey in the smoker, Darlene. No, I hope not.
To be held like a little baby because I hold them like babies.
Since moving to the house, Aaron Beatty told us homeless people have actually walked through the backyard, sometimes sleeping down in the riverbed at the back of the property.
It's a very real possibility that somebody took her just to take her, not saying that they're going to eat her, but I mean, you never know.
But without any security camera footage or evidence of a break-in, Aaron Beatty says she likely won't file a police report. For now, she's holding out hope for her beloved Charlene to return home before the holiday.
Well, first of all, how do you tell Charlene apart? Because they all look alike. And yeah, people have real weird pets here. Real weird pets. So it does not surprise me that Charlene is, oh my God, look at this sweet little puppo with the big stick. Oh, happy Thanksgiving to you, puppy. Thank you, Lord, for giving this puppy a big steak. What do I feed Hugin on Turkey Day? Charlene. I hate to admit this, but I took Charlene. That's what Hugin's gonna eat. Yikes. Sorry, everyone. Spoiler alert. Hugin's eating Charlene. I'm just kidding. We don't have Charlene. Hugin is going to have his regular food, but what I did was I got him chicken chips from Trader Joe's. Okay, I got him chicken chips, and I got him some little dehydrated chicken bits, and I got him chicken weenies. So he's gonna have a lot of chicken. Okay. And then we got him the turkey chicken dog food mix and his dry food. And what I like to do is I like to take, so he gets like, what is it? A cup and 2/3 twice a day. So what I do is I do it in thirds and I do 1 scoop of each and I put them separate. And then I make a little mix in the middle. And I have one of those that has a bunch of little, it's like a cafeteria thing, but it's a big circle and it's got a bunch of little, yeah, it's like a sampler. It's like when we go to the Ethiopian restaurant, all the dips are separate. Yeah, he does have his pumpkins also, Claudia. He has a little bag of pumpkin squeezy stuff in case his tummy gets too much. But we have to even it out. He got to lose some weight, you guys. We got him down 11 pounds from when we got him. Then he shot back up 3 because he stayed at the sitter and they gave him lots of milk bones and it gave him an itchy patch. I said, please don't give him milk bones, but they did. And it's fine. I'm fine with it. Actually, I might not have told them this time. That's probably why. But anyway, it's fine. He's getting over it. He's got his duozone that goes on it and gets rid of the little itchy patch. But yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to give it. Yeah, Hugin is a little spoiled. Okay, he's a little spoiled, but he gets little samples on holidays. He gets like a mix of 5 different foods. On regular days, he just gets 2/3 of a cup of his dry food, and then the other half is a little bit of wet food sprinkled on top. But it's not wet. It's just like the refrigerated stuff. And it makes his poops nice and firm so we don't have to milk his anal glands. Nothing wrong with that. Agreed. And he only gets pumpkin if his tummy hurts because otherwise then he just sprays shit all over the yard. And it's like, well, we don't want to give him the spray shits. This little dog with his fucking big bone is so cute. I love this dog. Good boy. An absolute good boy. Now we have cow news.
I just hope she gets brought back. If somebody did take her, that they bring her back.
Okay.
I found that mysterious.
Okay, so this is I've been watching a lot of animal news, you guys, and let's see what's going on with this cow Marigold. She stopped I-270 traffic for a couple hours. Now, I don't know where the fuck that is, but I just thought this was a cute story. I'm curious, do you know this cow?
Now, everyone, meet Miss Marigold right here. Marigold, do you have anything to say about?
Well, Laura, how would I know you're eating? Are you eating an anal gland? If you're not eating an anal gland, you should be fine.
The chaos you caused last night? All right, we'll give her a moment to think.
Yeah, I guess it is technically a bull, but you know, we're not gonna judge. We're not gonna judge the news for not knowing. It's a Simba out. No, I'm just kidding.
She may be a lady of few moves, but don't let that fool you.
Hi, Mama.
As we saw last night,
She's a big, fluffy, horned lady.
Can stir up chaos without saying a word.
Problem from the beginning, so hopefully she tames down and gets herself.
Pause, go back. Ma'am, I love your hair. I love your hair. Yeah, I guess it would be a cow because it's a female. She's a beautiful, horned cow lady. I love her hair. So, dude that we were talking about yesterday with the bad blue hair, this is how you do it right. This is how you do it right. You really got to let that growth happen. If you're to do the half shaved, half long, okay, this is how you do it right.
Tames down and gets herself together.
Samantha Gay, who runs a small farm.
We started with chickens, ducks, turkeys, and guineas.
Oh, I
then
love
we
her
went
hair.
to goats, and now we have cows.
Just added Marigold,
You are greedy.
a fuzzy Highland cow, to her herd, picking her up in Raymond, Ohio.
That's what they're called, a Highland cow. So my friend had a Scottish Highland horse. I don't remember what it was called. Or Highland pony, Scottish Highland pony. I don't know. But it's like a tiny little pony. It's like a midget pony, like a little bit of a teacup pony. And that's what my bestie growing up had. There was actually two of them. It was Fred and Barney. But my favorite was Fred. She does look like Miley. You're right. She looks like Miley. I really like her hair a lot. I really like her hair. Yeah, for sure. Dude, I need to get a camera for Hugin. A blue nose piddy. Oh, God bless her. 14 years. Oh, God. I hope Hugin lives that long and longer.
I'm telling you, chickens are the gateway animal.
Chickens
But
are a gateway
only 30
animal.
minutes into the ride home to West Virginia.
And then all of a sudden, we just see her head, complete shoulders, 70 miles an hour on 270 south.
Gay and her boyfriend immediately pulled over. Marigold, though,
somehow she hit this perfectly and just let herself out.
She had other.
Okay, you brought it up. I blame you for this rant I'm about to go on. Not only did she get a mini horse for her backyard, but that was here in Austin, right? I believe that was here in Austin. And the reason I believe that, if she didn't get it here, she brought it here. Because I have a friend who works for the Wildlife Society. And guess what? Guess who couldn't keep a hold of her damn horse? Guess who's not only a shit parent, but also a shit animal owner? You guessed it. You guessed it. Not only did Miss Farah fake her fucking receipt, I call it receipt now, her receipts, her proof, her certificate for law school. First of all, it's not a certificate, okay? When you go to law school, all right? You pass the bar, okay? You become a lawyer, okay? But you also have degrees. It's school. She just printed some misspelled shit out, stood on campus and got a picture taken of her and lied about her education. So why would anyone think she could raise an animal? I don't know. But someone sold her that little horse. And it ended up exactly where you think it would. Not in her custody. Because she didn't know what the fuck she was doing. That was psychotic. Don't buy a tiny indoor horse. Because indoor and horse, those words don't go together. They never do. It's a bad idea.
Plants.
By the time he gets out to the door, she bolts around off. I immediately called 911, and then I'm like, oh my God.
Gay's call for help prompting a massive response.
Fire trucks, EMS, everybody was there. We shut down 4 lanes of traffic, and this cow is not cooperating. She was kind of just strolling up the grass, and then she'd get a little frisky and start running, and they'd corral her back. So it was a mess. It was a mess.
Over 2 hours later, in miles worth of standstill traffic.
Was a woman from the mounted police that showed up and actually lassoed her, and then everybody kind of
all these fucking dudes, all these dudes around, and they had to get a lady to show up and lasso her for the man. Ooh, I love this story. This is a story of feminism.
Forced her in.
No one was hurt, not even our four-legged fugitive. But tonight, there's no question. This could have ended very differently.
And thankfully, she didn't go into traffic, because my first thought was she's going to injure herself and someone else.
Marigold, no longer grazing along 270, is now settling into her new home with much quieter pastures.
What's
And
the
we're not
vigor on that?
her.
Who foots that bill for that sweet little cow that got out? I don't think anyone should have to pay for it, but you know that was a lot of man hours getting that cow in there. And Marigold does not like being handled aggressively. You need to cover Marigold before you put her in, okay? Because she doesn't need to be gawked at.
She's for breeding. She's going to live out her best life here.
And everyone's hoping this Highland cow keeps a low
she's
profile
beautiful.
from here on out. In Parkersburg, Bryn Caswell.
She is a beaut, dude. You know, for all the harm gingers have been causing recently, Mia and Toombs, for all the harm your type's been causing, Marigold here makes up for it. She's technically a ginger. She makes up for it. You guys have been you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna what do you call it? I'm gonna unburden you of the weight of the world on your shoulders, because Marigold is your tribe and she did good.
So high with a bang.
10 TV News.
There you go. That's all you need to know is cow on the loose.
On Friday's Jeff Journal, I get together.
Now, it would be funny if they took this all seriously and it goes back into the cow story and I just show you 8 versions of the cow story, but we're not going to do that. So, guys, in the spirit of Thanksgiving and heartwarming shit, try and make you guys happy, okay? If you put it under your chin, it means you love butter? Sure. I don't know. I've never heard of that. I've never heard of that, Derek. Hey, don't say her behavior is because she's a ginger. Oh, yeah, Claudia is part of the ginger tribe. Ginger tribe. We're going to have to get some sort of ginger-themed shirts for you guys. What if I make a shirt that says, I'm ginger, but I'm not bad? Would you guys wear it? I'm ginger, but not the bad kind? What about that? I'm ginger, but it's okay. I'm ginger, but don't worry, you're safe. Something like that. Okay. You will? It looks like Toombs loves it. Mia, how do you feel about that? I'm ginger, but I won't hurt you. A gingerbread on shirts. What about a gingerbread that has curly red hair? One of my kids is a ginger. Ask them if they'd wear that. It means you love butter. That's an Ohio thing. Ohio, you'll allow it? Excellent. I'm ginger, but I don't have a temp. Okay, no temper over here. That's the shirt. I'm ginger, but I don't have a temper. Something like that. We're going to figure it out. I'm going to get you guys some ginger gear. Justice for the ginge. I'm ginger, but it's box dye. It ain't authentic. Yeah, we'll do some ginger merch. It'll say he'd move. And it just has Hid's face on it. Mia, we're going to exploit your son. She's not here, so it's fine. We can do it. Oh, nope, she's here. Need one for Heed? Okay, we'll get one for Heed. I'm ginger, but don't worry, you're safe. I'm not going to hurt you. That's what the shirt's going to say. Okay, so I got this because you know how I love co-anchors and how they all how they interact with each other, when they bond, when they hate each other, when they're fucking, stuff like that. I love good co-anchor relationships between news people. And this one almost made me cry. This is Elizabeth Din, and she's tearing up as her co-anchor Jeff retires. I just feel like this is important. This is important crime news.
With my co-anchor Elizabeth in the kitchen as we make a recipe from an old coin catching a kitchen recipe pamphlet, and we talk about our time together in her career and how she overcame difficult times in her life, including a kidney transplant. A last chance for me to connect with my friend and co-anchor before retiring on Wednesday. So Elizabeth, I'm looking forward to that. We had a lot of fun in the kitchen. And part of this story is we talked to Elizabeth's parents in Texas. We FaceTimed them. And I know you're very, very close to your parents, and I wanted to include that in our fun. But we had a lot of time. We got together a few Saturdays ago.
That was, I know, I'm crying because like Jamie's story really touched me. I have a late relative who adopted a few children.
I often say this, you know, that these children go through so much. There's a reason they're in foster care. And because they are adopted doesn't mean that those problems magically go away.
Right.
And hats off to these parents who adopt and get these children through those difficult times. In this case, Jamie was so afraid that someone.
Oh my God, I muted myself again. Listen, when he wipes her tear away, that's when I lost it. And then I hit add. This video. Oh my God, he wiped her tear away. Oh my God, this is the cutest relationship. Look at these besties. He wiped her tear away. And then I watched like 20 seconds more and then I said, done. It's on the list. But now we get further along. And what was that? She's not crying about him. She's crying about the foster kids. What a baby. Right, Melmac? Never mind. Fuck them. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. Let's let it play through.
And part of this story is we talked to Elizabeth's parents in Texas. We FaceTimed them. And I know you're very, very close to your parents, and I wanted to include that in our fun. But we had a lot of time. We got together a few Saturdays ago.
That was, I know, I'm crying because like Jamie's story really touched me. I have a late relative who.
Well, he just touched you also. And it was sweet. Look at these two. Oh, they're besties.
A few Saturdays ago.
That was, I know, I'm crying because like Jamie's
Derek.
story really.
Derek, what? Never touch black hair, never touch Asian face. That's the shirt. Well, that's going to be the shirt.
It touched me. I have a late relative who adopted a few children.
I often say this, you know, that these children go through so much. There's a reason they're in foster care. And because they are adopted doesn't mean that those problems magically go away.
Right.
And hats off to these parents who adopt and get these children through those difficult times. In this case, Jamie was so afraid that someone loved her that much.
Right.
She just chose to stay with the foster family, but not be adopted. That was her choice.
Yeah. I don't know why, but her story really just got that for me because it's just a reminder that even with these children, the stories may not end the way that you think they will, but that's the beauty of them talking to you about it. And it's to me, the way I saw it is that trip stuck to her as a moment of kindness. She's giving that to her children now, despite it not ending the way people might think that a Wednesday's Child story might end.
And this is why I'm doing a story with Elizabeth on Friday, because of her kindness and how much she cares. And that's why I wanted to get together with her. So I don't want you to miss that story on Friday.
Can't promise I won't cry, but
no. Anyway.
I love you. Yeah, that's a beautiful story.
I love you. You know that.
Thanks.
Okay.
All right. Well, we've got some more news to talk about. And I want to remind you that you can meet Jeff tomorrow. Try not to cry, but if you do, it's okay because he'll give you a hug like he did for me. Tomorrow is the last one because 1 week from today is Jeff's last day. So tomorrow, head over to Salem, Ritter's House-Made Foods. He's going to be there from 11 to 1. He loves taking selfies with you, hearing your stories.
Look at this. I hate him more than Kenny. Jesus Christ, K-Dubs. K-Dubs. K-Dubs is impossible to please. And I kind of love it. You know, not much else on that. So I watched probably like 20 news clips on it. I called the courthouse the other day. They're really backed up. And I actually spent a lot of time calling up there and going up there because of my job for one of my clients. And so I know them pretty well. There's a lady up there named Angela. And I was asking her about the records for that case and what's going on with it. And everything so far is just what has been reported. Apparently, there were some issues with the arraignment. They haven't really released anything new. Some things are sealed, which is likely due to some sort of sexual component. And that was not guaranteed to me, but that's what I've been told in the past. And when I brought it up, it was like, yeah, that could be the case, because usually we have more. Even with Caitlin Armstrong, I mean, shit, she tried to escape in the amount of time she did. She escaped and then they caught her. In the amount of time between the story broke with her and about as long as it's been, so about 2 weeks in, I mean, we had so much info on her case. Now, in this case, there's like nothing. All we know is these people are in jail. A young girl who was possibly, she wasn't young, like I believe she wasn't a teenager, but she was young enough, you know. It wasn't like an elderly person, but it was a younger person who was supposedly they potentially had some sort of mental illness or some mental health issues. And yeah, I guess none of the neighbors are vouching for them. It's been radio silent. There haven't been any records released that I can find other than what was reported on the news the first time around. I do have Google alerts on it. And I also have case alerts set on pretty much everything local to me, including that case through the portal here in Austin. I haven't seen anything. Everyone's been very tight-lipped on that one. So I'm not sure what's going on. There is one guy involved in it that I told you guys we'd seen him at a couple of open mics. Apparently, he's trying to play the sweet boy, I didn't do anything wrong, I'm just a dumb guy who happened to be there thing. But even then, that's just, I mean, that's word of mouth. I haven't seen anything official. So until more info comes out, that story is just kind of, I mean, we're just waiting. We are just waiting on that one. So anyway, this guy's going away. The news anchor was really sad. You know what happens to old news anchors, don't you? Yeah. Throw them off a cliff, right? I've not seen Wicked yet. Has anybody here seen Wicked yet? Is it good? My best friend who passed away, Danielle, was obsessed with Wicked. We tried to get her a early screening of it so she could see it before she passed. Weren't able to, but we did get Jeff Goldblum to talk to Danielle. So that was pretty sick. She's pretty thrilled about that. Let me see. Yeah, so that, wait. The Ukraine orphan didn't kill them, though. They abandoned her. They abandoned her in her house, in their house, took off, and then it turns out she really was a child. She really was a child. Or are you talking about another Ukrainian orphan that killed someone? I'm talking about Natalia. You saw Wicked on Broadway. You need to tell Claudia about it. She's really into that. What's going on with, okay, look, I'm just going to say it. Ariana and the other chick. What's going on with them? Okay, because that's pretty fucking weird. The way they act around each other. Constantly adjusting things that don't need to be adjusted. Just constantly touching and twiddling with each other. Very aggressive, almost like, ooh, we're scared, we're in a cave. Is someone going to hurt us? Like, the way they behave is so fucking weird. It was so weird. Like, I don't understand what's going on with those two. A lot of people are saying it's an abusive relationship. I'm like, I don't think either of them could abuse anyone. They're so tiny and they're frail. Hollywood's getting scary, dude. Everyone's losing too much weight. I'm trying not to be rude about it. I don't like to body shame people because I'm a big old bitch. But in all seriousness, like, the Eugenia Cooney stuff, I thought it can't get much worse than that. But we're starting to see that shit happen in front of our eyes. And it's like, damn, dude. Ariana had a stalker. I mean, she's had one, right? They do look very scary thin. It really worries me. That shit can cause stress on you, and it can, you know, and then what happened to Matt Miller probably caused her a lot of, issues and stuff. But damn, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like how in the modeling industry, there was a brief period where they were refusing to hire models who had scary, thin, like it was brief. They got rid of that real quick. But basically, if it's like, damn, you're unhealthy and you're hurting yourself, like, we're not going to hire you. They got rid of that so fast. And they went back to like, nah, we'll take all the sick ones. It's fucking weird. I really worry about them. Like, yeah, they're celebrities. Like, they're going to be fine. Everyone says, but it's like, I mean, shit. I mean, look at Judy Garland. Look at all the shit that happens just without being so skinny. Yeah, I don't even think it's Ozempic, dude. Some people just have really incredible metabolisms, but then when you combine that with anything from stress to depression to anxiety to whatever, yeah, that can cause it. But damn, dude, something's going on because it's painful to watch. I still don't think there's anything harder to look at or see than the plight of Eugenia Cooney, but like, I don't know. I feel like it's getting too socially acceptable. And almost like people are starting to defend, like, don't be mean, don't be mean. Well, sometimes it's not mean. Most of the time it's care. Like, people are worried, So at what point is it okay to say something? At what point is it okay to go, hey, I'm really worried about this person without seeming like a shitbag who's criticizing their body, Especially if they're people who have like a lot of kids who watch them. Like, Wicked is a big deal with kids. Is that going to cause body image issues? But also at the same time, you don't want to put all that on a celebrity. Like, oh, it's all up to you. Like, you have to worry about, like, the weight of the world, no pun intended, is literally on your shoulders. Like, that's not fair. It's just a very tricky subject, but I just worry about the skinniness and how, like, it just doesn't look healthy. Hello, JG Cruz. How's Colt Baby? How's Colt Baby? Have you seen Wicked? What's going on? Don't put Colt Baby on.
So make sure you make time for Jeff tomorrow.
I'm going to need that box of Kleenex on Wednesday, I think.
And what I'll need.
Okay, so I told
turning
you guys,
out a strange.
I told you guys about this dude a while back. All right, he's back. He's back on the prowl. Now, this is kind of an older news story. This is from a few months ago, but it was the only one I could find where I'm not going to get copyright struck. But this little guy's been wandering around Austin talking shit, trying to get into the comedy clubs, trying to do stand-up. Dylan turned him away, told him get the fuck out. Nobody wants this, but this little guy's been causing a lot of ruckus. He's back downtown again. We have a robot on the loose in Austin. He starts shit on 6th Street. He talks shit to people. He's, I call him roast bot, because he'll just walk up to you and make fun of you, and it's not very nice. But now I'm starting to think maybe every city needs one. Maybe every city needs to be put in check by a random robot. You saw Colt Baby and Wicked today, actually. You just got back, dude. I'm a psychic. What's up? I've done it. I figured it out. And I'm not trying to body shame the robot either, but this robot's looking kind of skinny too. I'm not going to lie.
Sight on the streets of Austin. Maybe you spotted this today on social media or in person. A robot wearing a cowboy hat, walking alone on South Congress. We reached out to APD and the city to see if they knew anything about this, but it's still unclear tonight who the robot belongs to and why it was out.
So we actually know now, but also Dawn Marie, hello. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well, Dawn Marie, my little lemon. Hello, Jess LeRae. Hello. Happy Thanksgiving, you guys. My person's monkey too. Yeah, look at Sharon Osbourne. And poor thing, Sharon and Kelly, they're going through shit with, because Ozzy died, and that I never thought I'd see that day. So that's got to cause lots of health issues just from depression and from mourning, But then Jack's got really bad MS. So damn, dude. Colt Baby is stubborn as fuck and won't let the doctor get the right images on the sonogram. She refuses to move her head to the side. I know, because she's looking right at you and she's saying, looking through my eyes, I am the leader of these cult. She will overthrow me, and I'm fine with it. Does the robot have a vibrating wiener? Laura, I can't tell if that's the Puerto Rican or the Jew in you asking me that, but either way, inappropriate. But also, I don't think so. But also, I'm going to Google it and let you know. I'll actually just text Dylan and be like, hey, if you see that robot, can you try to grab its wiener? Tell me if it's shaking because Laura wants to know. Yeah, this is the robot. This is the robot he hates. This is the robot that Dylan gets in fights with. All right. And I thought maybe you guys want to see him up close. He's a little shitbird. All right. The robot is controlled by this guy who makes these robots. And he let it loose on Austin. He's got like 2 or 3 of them here. But this is the one. Now, I believe it broke after hanging out with Ice Show Speed, and then they fixed him, or they took another one and they just, I guess, replaced his SIM card. I don't know how he fucking works. But there's this one, and then there's one that has like a hint of blue and purple on the front. And they're the same guy who controls them, but there's no one, he's not there controlling it. Like, he literally just puts the robot downtown and lets it walk around for days, and then goes and picks it up. And it just talks mad shit. Yeah, the owner is just this guy who built them. He just put it there. He's popped it there. He's like, there you go. There you go. You go on now. And they can view everything the robot's viewing. And it's got like a GPS and shit. But they just sit at home. They just sit at home. Yuckos. Why are all these comedy clubs, man, Derek, when I tell you, in the early 2000s, when I started comedy, the club names were way crazier than they are now. Chuckles, haha, yuck yucks, donkey donk, like dick dicks, like it's all just stupid. Hee hees, kikis, chuckle hut, chuckle fuck, like it's all, well, chuckle fuck is what we call, what do you call it? Roadies. In comedy, they're called chuckle fuckers. In wrestling, they're called ring rats. And it's boys and girls. You be a chuckle fucker on either side, trust me. Jack Osborne, he does do some good podcasts. I like it when he would try to get the whole family to talk about politics, and they never wanted to. He's naked because he can be, I guess. If you were a robot, would you be naked? I don't think I would. I don't think I would. Yeah, it would be cool to see it dropped in like some small town in Minnesota or something. Yeah, it doesn't sound responsible, but here's the thing. Really hard to break. I guess I Show Speed did it because he beat it up or something. They should be illegal. And also, this robot fought Hezbollah. Like, the guy who made it made another one. That one fought Hezbollah. And yeah, he is a rich man. Yes, he is a rich man. La 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 la. Yeah, lot lizards. But in comedy, they're called chuckle fuckers. You would not be naked if you were a robot? Not be naked. Yeah, I would put some robot clothes on, maybe. There's some British clown that was on Tony, who shall not be named. He has bad serial killer vibes. Oh, yeah. A lot of people are on there. Actually, Richard Ramirez's old buddy was on Kill Tony. That guy. And when he said, I used to do smack, I used to shoot up smack with the Night Stalker. Or they said, is it true that you used to shoot up smack with the Night Stalker? He goes, Richie? He just started talking about him. See that guy a few times. Jesus. You're in North Dakota. Wouldn't it be funny to have a robot in North Dakota? North Dakota. Oh, hi, I'm a robot. I'm just here. I don't know how people talk in North Dakota. I'm Chelsea from Teen Mom, I guess, would have the Dakota accent, right? Well, anyway, let's watch this little robot fuck walk around. Pretty creepy, huh? When I saw him, I just walked around him. I went across the street. I was like, get away from me, robot.
They knew anything about this, but it's still unclear tonight who the robot belongs to and why it was out there walking all by itself. If any of you at home know, let us know. Give us a call.
No, nobody's going to let you know because it's some fucking tech junkie that's buddies with Elon.
Or just email us at news@kvu.com.
See, our news, by the way, Derek Carney, if you like Derek, He made this shit. Go like his page because he made this shit you're about to see. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, that guy. I know who you're talking about, Derek. Actually, there's quite a few clowns. So you could be talking about 3 different guys, but the one that was on Tony, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Waymos are robots that drive. And I showed Dylan a Waymo video the other day that really touched my heart. It made me almost cry. It was 2 old men. One of them is in his like 90s, and the other one is his best friend who's in his late 80s. The one in his 90s is in like a Vietnam hat. He was in Vietnam. And here, let me make myself big. This is so cool. And I should find it. I need to find it and show it to you. But basically him and his bestie is deaf. So his bestie, you know, he can't talk. He's doing sign language throughout the video. He's like, oh my God. And so basically they do not expect to get into a Waymo. And I guess his granddaughter, Amanda, orders one and he goes, Amanda. And it's like in Minneapolis, Minnesota or something. It's like we're getting Waymos in the Midwest. It's like Wisconsin or Minneapolis. And he's just like, oh my God, Amanda, what is this? Oh, there's no guy. Oh, there's no guy in the front, Amanda. And this old man's just freaking out. He gets in the back. He's like, oh, I'm going to put my seatbelt on for sure. And him and the deaf guy's just like, there's no one there. And they're both just freaking out. And then by the end of the ride, like, he's like, oh, it drives better than most people. And the deaf guy's doing this to the front seat because he's right behind it. He's like, there's no one there. And he's just signing, there's no one there. Their adopted family. So you know who I'm talking about? I thought that was his granddaughter. I should never read the comments. Everybody in the comments was trying to determine the family dynamic. That's where I got all that information from. They could have just been fucking lying. You're right. Adopted family. Did you love the end of that clip, though? Because at the end, he says, I will never forget this. He's like, for the rest of my life, till the day I die, I will never forget this. And it made me, like him, that one sentence made me go, okay, give everyone the robot cars. Just so that if anything, like, that's got to be cool. Imagine growing up in a time where you could really only walk places. You had to be super rich to have a car. And they're like, I'm talking like, if you had one, it was like a Studebaker or some shit. Going through all the iterations of motor vehicles and GM Performance Technology. Thank you, Lord. And then boom, you get to Waymos. Huh. Patriotic Kenny. He lives by Amanda. Amanda's best friend forever is Jenny. Jenny's dad is Jerry, and Jerry is Kenny's best friend. Boom, there you go. And the bestie is the deaf guy, right? He was so cute. His response, like his reaction, his eyes were wide. You could tell he was a little scared, though. You tell he was a little bit scared. Yeah, the Waymos here are not nearly as cool as in that video, though, because here they just stop in the street. Did I tell you guys I saw a cop try to pull one over, and it was crazy? The cop's just walking around it like, I don't know what the fuck to do. The cop was just like, go around. I don't know what to do. So funny. So funny. God. Yeah, we have those here too now, K-dubs, but they're little mini copters. They're Uber mini copter things, and you can't actually use them. You have to go to Zilker Park and you can test them, and they just go up and down. But either way, I am terrified. I don't want anyone here to be injured. And apparently, like, the flight path is really short and you can't control it like the Waymo. But like, if the Waymo's stopping in traffic or in the middle of campus and you have to go all the way around it, like, why would I get in a fucking tiny helicopter alone? Could you imagine if it just stops in the air and you're just there and you're like, well, what do I fucking do? Just fucking wild, dude. Absolutely wild. Kenny's trying to learn to sign. Excellent. I think he'll do it. Yeah, what's going on, Derek? I wrote it for Benny because he kept accusing me of cheating, and then I was like, oh my God, it would fit Karen Reed too. Who accused you of cheating? You would never. And if you do, then they should let you. You deserve it. They can't get on the freeway there? Oh God, they're everywhere here. They're just clogging up the freeway. They get stuck on the fucking feeder, and it pisses me off. Anyway, here's Hugin. Thank you, Derek. Go to Derek's channel, add him, Derek Carney. I'm going to pop him up here because he made us this.
Hogan, neck. Hoogan and get on the woof. I ain't never seen a hooligan get on the woof. I ain't never seen a hooligan get on the woof. I ain't never seen a hooligan get on the woof. Hoogan ain't seen on the woof. Let me see a hooligan get on the woof. I ain't never seen a hooligan get on the woof. I ain't never seen a hooligan get on the woof. Hoogan ain't get on the woof. I ain't never seen a hooligan get on the woof. I ain't never seen a hooligan get on the woof. I ain't never seen a hooligan get on the woof. I ain't never seen a hooligan get on the woof. Let me see a hooligan get on the woof. I ain't never seen a Mac Cow bird watching no beat. Piggyback, get on the roof. Brian, Albert, get on the roof. Meatball Marcus, get on the roof. Let me see an old judge, get on the roof. I ain't never seen Jim McKay spit out a tooth. Paula Keith ain't climbing on the roof. He's in the bathroom trying to boof. How you do it like a selfie? Damn, he got no shame, truth. Climbing on the roof. I ain't never seen Coffin Deffer get on the roof. I ain't never seen Grant Tellis get on the roof. Oh shit, Auntie Bay get on the roof. Oh shit, Higgins get on the roof. I ain't never seen Colin.
Hot Colin, dude. Hot Colin needs to be a shirt. How do we get Hot Colin on a shirt? Never thought I'd say that, but damn, Colin's pretty hot in this. He looks just like a New Kid on the Block. And in my AI fantasy, he is 18. Or older, 22, whatever. I like the choice of gray. And why does he look like the New Kids on the Block? All squished into one person. Why? Derek, I can't listen, my head can't even comprehend this, hon, but what if, might I propose a collab to you? I have a suggestion. I'm going to email you and Turd. I think that you and Turd should collab. I think that you and Turd would be like G-Eazy and Kaylani or whatever her fucking name is. Is it Kaylani? Which one did G-Eazy fuck over? It doesn't matter. Don't fuck her over. But like, I think the both of you, Turd might fuck you over. But that's just because that's her ways. She's devious. It's not going to be on purpose, but it is going to be planned. And that'll make sense later. But listen, Turd Alert? What? Turd Alert is so fun. Wait, what? That's fun to say. Turd Alert? It sounds like Toodle Alert. Turd Alert? Toodle-doo? Turd Alert. 3-2. Derek. Oh, shit. 6-7. 6-7. 6-7. Sorry, I just thought it, so I had to do that now. Also, I learned how to 6-7 from a kid named Aiden that is my son. Every Skankfest, he is my son. He has Mercedes Monet hair. He gets cheetah print Lisa Frank spray. He's a little hype beast that I hang out with every Skankfest. He's my son. He works for the club. He's like 22. He has a dog named Cheeto or Cheese Puff. Either way, adorable kid. Taught me about the 6-7. So now I'm on board. I'm like 6-7, 6-7, 6-7. I screamed in the in and out. Like, I get it now. It makes sense. It's just fun to look forward to something. See, that's what the kids don't want to tell you. And it's unfortunate because in a world full of stimulation, they're so overstimulated that it's like at this point, words are fun again. Inside jokes are fun again. Simple numbers and letters are fun again for kids. So looking forward to the 6-7, 6-7. That's what it's all about. It's about a simpler time. And also like a Chief Queef lyric or something. Turd Alert. That's going to be a shirt. A Turd Alert shirt. Oh my God. A Turd Alert shirt would make me squirt. Listen, Derek, I'm putting you in touch with the Turd. I'm even going to write this down. Put Derek in touch with Turd. I'm going to write it in permanent marker red on my arm. Just kidding. Turd plus Derek equals, huh? Bum, 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 bum. Dun, dun, dun. Huh? Here's why I see it. Here's why I have this vision, Derek. Are you ready? Clear your mind. The rest will follow. Listen to me. Turd's very funny. Turd was so cool in high school that Michael Ian Black wanted to hang out with her, but she was one of the popular kids, so he wasn't allowed to. Okay? She's something she went to some sort of religious school. I don't know. She might be a Quaker or Jesuit. I don't. Once she starts talking religion, I kind of, but I love her. But it's one of those things. So anyway, Turd the Jesuit. She played a lot of instruments growing up. Okay. She moved to a state that cannot handle her sass, attitude, and personality. She fucking rules. She's wicked smart. She has a lot of attitude and I like it. She's very funny. She's the attitude era if it were taken literally. I love her. And to Little League. She's a parent that fights at Little League. She used to fuck around right at the Limelight. I feel like I'm making shit up about her, but this is true. I'm pretty positive she used to party at the Limelight. I think Dawn Marie might have too. So she gets club kids. I think she used to be a club kid like you, or she might have just partied amongst the club kids. But she knows your type, Derek. She knows your type, and you know her type. Devious little mongrels that like to party. I don't know if Jesuits are a brotherhood or not. I had a Jesuit that was my professor in college for my major world religions course study, and that guy was so fucking funny. And I gave him a Battle Pope series of comics where like Jesus's balls are out, he eats cereal and plays video games all day. It's a fun universe. It's called Battle Pope, and the Pope like solves crimes. Anyway, I'll tell you, the Jesuit I met, my professor was one of the most brilliant people I've ever met. Very wicked smart. Dark personality, very dry sense of humor. I feel like him and Melissa would have gotten along great. So I'm going to call her Jesuit, but I think it's like Quaker or some shit like that. Anyway, it might be omelet. She might be an omelet. I don't remember. But either way, it was a simpler time. And the turd is complicated. She's highly educated, complicated, and pretty sure she fucked around at Limelight. So I think you guys have a lot that you could collab about. And I think you're both very funny. And you both are very good at these AI music tools. Most people just pop lyrics and go, yeah, give me the one that fucking sounds like Panic at the Disco. And then it's the same bullshit over and over. But you guys fuck around and write real lyrics and use different components and put a lot of effort into it. You can tell. So I think you and the Turdlet need to fucking collab. It's gotta happen. Or you will get in a massive fight and hate each other. And either way, hilarious. What's a 6'7"? 6'7", 6'7", 6'7". I don't know, Laura. It's whatever you need. Is Melissa turd? Yes, Melissa is turd, Mary. Absolutely. You think Melanie went to the Limelight? I'll text her right now. It's what, midnight? I'm going to wake her up. Did you go to the Limelight? Oh, shit. Wicked Pissa, it's Melissa. You changed it? Turd. You're very complex. We've been talking about you forever. Thank you, Jesus, for turd. Pretty sure the Jesuits at Divine Word Camp drugged us and molested us at summer camp in Toledo. 99% sure. Well, now you're just bragging. Now you're just bragging about trauma in Toledo. Okay? Quit trying to take the fucking center stage all the time, Derek. Okay? We get it. You know? Braggart. I'm just fucking with you, Derek. You want to fight, Derek? I knew it would work out like this. I'm really easy to like. I've had people fighting with me on Twitter and made them into friends. Well, Melissa loves fighting. They came to Gert me. Okay, great. I think you guys are going to get along great. We have a turd alert. Also, turd, we're doing a turd alert shirt. Okay? So get ready for that. You're also going to collab with Derek because you've both hung around with the same feral humans. And I do think that you can teach him a few things about the priesthood. Don't wake up Melanie. She'll get mad. Well, now I want to prank call Melanie. What if we prank call Melanie right now and I say, is this the Elf Sex Hotline? And then she's going to go cat and I'm going to hang up. And I'm not going to say that's happened before, but I did feel deja vu telling that story. Anyway, check out Hot Colin.
Get on the roof. I ain't never seen Tristan get on the roof. None of those cops telling the truth.
Oh my God, thank you, Lord, for Fuzzy Lou and Reggie Ray as well. Thank you, Lord, for Fuzzy Lou and Reggie Ray and despise injustice, Tina. We've already thanked the Lord for everybody else, it seems. Okay, good. So we've got everyone.
Morgan Geyser is now in.
Okay, so you guys want to know what's up with Morgan, okay? And by that, I mean 2 of you on Twitter want to know what's up with Morgan, all right? We've got news about what's going on with Morgan in Cook County, okay? Her extradition, and a little bit about that person that she was with.
Back
Let's
to
find
Wisconsin.
out.
She was in a group home after a Waukesha County judge granted her conditional release earlier.
Thank you, Lord, for Mad Sarah Stunt Double. Thank you, Lord, very much for her in science. Mad like a hatter. I should call Nan. I'm going to tell her I'm from the migrant hotels that she's been demeaning. I'm going to say, hi, I work front desk at a migrant hotel. We've been told that you had some shit to say. Look, I know that it's fun for you driving around, interviewing your child with preconceived thoughts that you've written down about chlamydia underwear, and that you find that to be just silly little goofy skits. That's appropriate for some reason for an attorney, a real estate attorney, medical attorney, right? No, it's she merged with real estate, and she supports real estate. Her company supports some sort of real estate background shit, but she does medical attorney shit, right? Like medical law. Yeah. So that's real appropriate, you know? Just, you know, I like, look, if I could exploit the Hugin, I would. That's not the part that bothers me. Don't ask your kid. Don't write down for your kid to ask you about an adult stranger's chlamydia. That's disgusting. It's inappropriate. And it's a type of shit that really gets kids taken away from most families, the poor ones. Now, you're a very lucky person, Miss Nan. You have a lot of money. She's not going to ever watch this, but whatever. I'm just getting it out because I saw that comment. And now I'm thinking about it. Listen, the whole Blaze in the Morning thing, like that, the whole like bringing your kid on and writing in advance a bunch of shit for them to ask you so that you can get a little gotcha, get some attention on the internet. Already kind of weird. But if it's hilarious, like David Cross did on Wonder Chosen, when he pre-wrote a script for kids and it was just a skit and it was meant to be funny, and they got paid and they were in on it and they were child actors and they wanted to do it, that's one thing. But when you strap your kid into a death trap, cruise 72 miles through the fucking woods of New Hampshire, while you take your eyes off the road to stare directly into a camera that you're forcing him to hold, so that he can ask you questions about a grown woman's underwear and whatever bacterial vaginosis or fucking chlamydia she had or whatever made her panties crusty. Oh, like, just, here's the thing. I have a problem with adults calling someone that, okay? Like, I think the closet baby and the crusty panties thing, I like, okay, funny once, but now it's like edgelord comedy. It's like, okay, we get it. Like, now you're just being a bully. Like, even after the first couple of times of calling someone that, like, it's just at that point, you're just being fucking asshole. I don't care if you're right or not. It's just annoying to repeat something that's not that funny. So now, you know, we've got this other person coming in and she's like, oh, I want to make up nicknames. I want to do all these things, but you can't. So it's like, well, let's have my child ask me questions about these things that are already kind of inappropriate, outdated, not that funny, edgelord bullshit. But let's have my kid ask me about it. Like, it's embarrassing enough that adults are calling other adults this beyond a one-time thing. But then to see them rope kids into it is like, ew, dude. Ew. How about you don't dangerously drive in the backwoods of a Vermont or a mountainous region while looking away from the road and staring directly at your child who you named after a fire, which will happen if you wreck your car. So don't do that. And don't have your kid ask you questions about what's going on with an adult woman's twat, because that's also very fucking weird. Okay? It's too sexual for a child. And when I saw that just casually get dropped, I went over the line, Smokey. That's weird. How about we don't, government cheesemonger? How about we don't? Here's the thing, Mary. Fair enough. You know, I get people have problems with her makeup and losing weight, all this shit. Like, I'm worried about the lap band affecting her brain. Does it squeeze your brain? Because who tells a kid to ask them about what's in another woman's drawers? And not only that, but like her chones because she fucked a guy that pretends to fuck a turtle or is named after, like, it's all too much. It's all too much. It's actually a little too trashy for Texas. And I never thought I'd say that. A kid should not know what any of that means, K-dubs. But then to plan it so that you're forcing them to ask you for entertainment consumed by adults over a court case. Like, it's, and then just teaching him about the court case in general. Like, this is another child's trauma. Like, has anyone thought about that? John O'Keefe has a niece and a nephew and their kids. Let me pose a theory for you. What happens if old Nana Beans does move to Boston? What happens if Blaze has to go to school? And what happens if one of his peers at school happens to be related to John, like maybe the nephew? Like, do people think about shit like this? Maybe they never meet. Is it okay to take another kid's worst day of their life when someone they love died in a traumatic way that is now thus far unknown in a town where your whole family's being attacked, whether it's rightfully so or not? Like, the kids don't deserve it. With a bunch of weirdos on the internet already watching your older sister's Instagram, let's take those kids' trauma and let's turn it into a learning experience for my child while I dangerously drive down the road, and then let's film it and then let's put it up for adults to consume. It's all such a head fuck. It's such gross behavior. Like, I was very surprised. I was like, okay, well, now I have a weird issue with this. I don't want to see this. Like, I don't want to see this. And I'm sad that you're showing your kid this as some sort of, like, I don't know. Like, I thought the whole thing was, I don't have a YouTube channel. I'm not here for that. I'm here to support. Why are you filming this shit? Like, no one's trying to teach their kids about this trial. This is not something that children need to worry about. They should be living their lives as children. Unless the child wants to grow up and be a litigator, and even then, this is not the appropriate trial for them. It's fucking weird. Hey, thank you, Laura. I would say I'd spend this on the Alf Sex hotline, but I guess we ran them out of town. It doesn't exist anymore. But thank you very much, Laura. I appreciate that. We will get chicken weenies with that. In fact, now I'm getting irritated thinking about fucking Nan. Not fucking her, but like just her in general. Like the whole thing. Like, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. Don't stop filming your fucking kids at all and putting them on the internet. Like, at all, for any reason. But then to do it and to say shit like that is just like gnar. Like, I really couldn't give a shit. All these people were talking. Okay, let's get real for a second. All these people were talking about, like, yeah, I fucked up Alf. Sherlock, he's gone. Can we buy the number? Melissa, that's your next mission. Find out if we can. We will use Laura's $10 to do it. Find out how we can do that. And I'm on board. If you pave the way, I will take you there. But yeah, like, let's talk about all this shit for a second. We're not gonna get too deep into it. But like, this whole, like, who filmed who? Who stole someone's watch? It's okay to, now we're not going to ridicule this person and call them names. We're no longer going to call them a fake victim. Now they're cool. This other person, like, you know, after months of having it fucking drilled into our head that this person's evil, now it's like it all feels very like, hey, I'm telling you who to like and who not to like, but from all angles, from every angle, every single angle of this whole thing. You know all of it. This person's bad. This person's good. This person had sex with me and now you guys have to like them. And this person fucking sucks because they hate this person. Well, they're friends with them, so you can't be friends with them. Like all this shit. Like this is so high school. This is so middle school. I mean, I couldn't get through some of those spaces. I was getting irritated. They did X spaces, for those of you who don't know, where everybody's just talking about, like, explain yourself, who you're friends with. Who gives a fuck? Stop worrying about other people. How about that? Stop worrying about what everyone else is doing. Which is why you don't hear me speak on it a lot. Because it's like, oh, God, this is annoying. And then I walk away. I read something else. Because it's too much. First, we support Karen. Then we don't support Karen. Listen, if you're out there and you're doing standouts and walkouts and all this shit, if you devoted all your time into that because it's something that you really felt passionately about, and all it takes is a dude telling you, don't do that, here's why. Like, you should hear from Karen first. How about that? How about, like, I haven't heard her say a goddamn word. She doesn't seem to. There's nothing to change. There's nothing that changed whatsoever. Never heard from her before. Haven't heard from her now. So as far as I'm concerned, she did nothing different, changed nothing, has done nothing to us as a collective, negatively or positively, just literally existed. And somehow, this is egregious. This is bad. This woman has a civil case coming up, right? She's suing them. They're suing her. People are comparing it for some reason to the OJ civil cases, which I have a big problem with. And we're not going to get into that because that'll be an hour rant. But like, nothing changed from her because there was nothing to begin with. We heard nothing. We saw nothing. Like, there was literally whatever she said on the news. That was it. So her personal texts with anyone are not my business. What she did to piss off anyone, not my business. What that person did to piss her off, not my business. Now, I get that other people are very invested in Troll Boy shit, right? And they're mad about all that stuff. I mean, okay, then do that. But why does there need to, like, it really blows my mind how so many people will support something and then the person they are supporting does absolutely nothing different, makes no changes, says nothing, does nothing, and somehow that is demonic and bad and we hate them now because of shit they heard from someone else. Okay, I guess live your life that way. I mean, if you didn't learn in fucking middle school that that's not how to establish and maintain relationships, I don't know what to tell you. But I try to focus on how people treat me. Also how they treat others, but like, I haven't seen her treat. There's no treat. She has done nothing. She said nothing. Some people feel like that's the problem. She should be proactive. She should be doing this shit, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Then don't support her. You know how people say you don't need to announce that you're leaving? Same concept. You showed support. You don't need to announce that you're not supporting anymore. You can just peacefully go. But everybody wants to do this. It's fucking wild to me. It's so crazy. Like, and then the whole, like, all these people are like, oh, Nan wants to run for DA. Who gives a fuck? You have a horrible district attorney. She can't be any worse. Who cares? Oh, she's going to, okay, don't vote for her. The sham wow guy is trying to be our fucking governor, okay? I have bigger problems. I've definitely had people email me, why aren't you getting involved? Why aren't you speaking up? Why aren't you speaking up? Why haven't you said anything? Don't you support? No, I don't support anybody in this shit. I supported Karen when she was on trial for criminal charges. Now she is not. We're good. I don't need to talk about it anymore, think about it anymore. Now there's a civil trial. This is interesting. This is complicated. We might talk about it. But all the personal shit with everybody else, that fucking has nothing to do with it. And if it does, and it does get brought into the trial, that's fucking embarrassing. But let's be fucking real here. There's corruption in every fucking state in the United States and in damn near every major city. There are insane problems going on in Chicago. Heard of it? O-Block, people getting fucking murdered constantly. Police corruption there, pretty fucking bad. Here in Texas, I don't get to control my fucking uterus. I have bigger problems. I actually have problems that do affect my health. ShamWow guy who tried to murder a prostitute is trying to be our governor and also get his hands on my uterus. I have bigger problems than what's in Morrissey's emails or who upset Jen McCabe, or I don't give a fuck about that shit. I need to get Vince, the cokehead asshole, to not control my hootie. That's what I'm worried about. Now, because we do discuss crime and true crime, we have discussed the Karen Reed trial. Maybe we will talk about the civil trial in the future. Maybe we'll do it a little bit tonight. Yeah, ShamWow guy, the cokehead. He's a cokehead and he tried to kill a prostitute. He beat the shit out of her, wrapped her in a fucking ShamWow, threw her in the lake. It sucked up all the water. It was amazing. I'm just kidding. But listen, he did try to beat up a survivor worker. Also, thank you, Lord, for fucking Catch Lisk. You know, justice for Flower. But I'm just saying, like, yeah, oh, thank you for Julie, craziest person on earth, Lord in science. Yeah, there will probably be more charges. None of those charges are incumbent on anything that's going on Twitter, on who has whose texts, on watches, on all that other shit. No one has on what Nan does with her when she's cruising in a death trap, trying to talk to her kid about older women's vaginal issues, violating all kinds of HIPAA, I'm sure. You know, like who gives a fuck about any of that? I'm still trying to figure out who the fuck Cosgrove is and if Kate Peter and the Paw Patrol lady are the same person or not, or if that was a big prank on me. I'm still trying to put people's faces to names. I don't give a fuck what fucking Lindsay Gay Italian did, who she's fucking. I never called her a fake victim to begin with because she had a name and it's Lindsay. And I'm not a fucking idiot who talks like that. Who talks like Trump. Oh, crooked Hillary. Okay, we get it. Do you know how, like, when people use these edgelord nicknames on people and they carry it on and on for many weeks, months, and years, do you know how immature and childish you fucking look? Like, it's not a funny, cute nickname to begin with. It's kind of gross. If you're eating, it might make you spit out your food, crusty. Like, no one wants that. To talk to a child about it, disgusting. None of this has anything to do with Karen's civil case. As much as people want you to believe it does, it has nothing to do with that. It never will, and it never did. All the drama has to do with is, you know what? I think people just don't want to read. I think people just don't want to learn about other things. I think it's the church camp thing. People go to church camp, they have a good time. They want to always be at church camp. They get home, they're pissed they're not at it. They read the Bible alone. It's not as fun as when you're shooting people with a paintball gun. Yeah, no shit. But it's over. Go to, now you got to go do something else. Go back, do your chores. Get involved into what other shit you're into. Like, there's so much shit to advocate for. I also feel like when you start getting into a cause or something, then by the end, you've done a full 360 all the way back around. If you don't end up exactly where you were to begin with, then what were you ever fucking fighting for? Church camp is so fun, K-dubs. You just like let God in your heart, and then you get ice cream and rock climbing walls and food fights. It's the best. It's trickery, but it's fun. And there's great music. It really was a treat. You get to swim a lot. Anyway, that's all I feel about it. I just think it's also dumb. And I think that the whole, like, I think that Nan is intense and she is fucking doing weird shit with her kid filming stuff. And she says a lot of things that are real out of pocket and can cause real harm to other people's lives. I absolutely understand why Jimmy would be pissed. I am pissed for him because a lot of the stuff that she's referring to and that people refer to try to use against him, to try to do some sort of gotcha, is the spaces he did with Jen where they're talking about me. I don't know if you guys know that, but they're talking about me. And they're like fucking defending us during that whole fucking bullshit last year, which was exactly a year ago today, which is fucking Jesus. That's weird timing. But like all of it was just literally tongue in cheek. Like, he's saying stuff like, oh, it's not like they were doing something to a baby. You know what I mean? Like, it was literally just saying how stupid people were for blowing some shit up that was just never happened. And for her to so loosely insinuate that he did anything wrong, for those of you who don't know, like, that dude, Jimmy and Deb, your auntie, like, when she left that school, that was for a really good reason. I don't want to, like, say too much because that's between him and them, but like he did the right thing. When very few teachers would advocate for a kid or help a kid, he did the right thing. He tried to advocate. The school wasn't doing enough. It was fucked up. It was already, in my opinion, this is what it looked like for me. It looked like he was already feeling like maybe it's my time to go. And he that was hard for him, I think. He seemed really sad, like he did right by the students because he didn't think they were getting treated right. He didn't think that some of the things that were real problems were being taken seriously. He actually did the exact opposite of what that psycho bitch said. And so for her to insinuate in any way that anyone's dangerous or he's dangerous around anyone, that pissed me off. That really pissed me off. She's been saying a lot of homophobic shit. And then Nan talked shit about migrant hotels and made fun of migrants. And as someone who lives in a border town or grew up in a border town, visited the border, I have family literally right on the other side and family buried in Nuevo Laredo. Like, I could tell you 100%, the border is probably one of the most misconstrued situations in politics today. But the shit those people go through, the amount of death that's seen from people who are just trying to escape utter war and hell, that is frankly our fault because of our innate need to supply our addiction in America. There's supply and demand, people. It's our fault. That war is the drug war, our fault. That was our initiative, our agenda. Fuck their whole country up. 2004 alone, Felipe Calderon, when he became president in Mexico, that was the deadliest year, okay, in history. There were more people that died in the drug war that year than in all of Afghanistan and Iraq combined. So I get really annoyed when people punch down and try to denigrate the plight of an immigrant when everything is already so up in the air for them, when kids are getting separated from their families. The shit she said disgusted me. And so I don't like that hoe anymore. But that's all I have to say about the Nan shit or any of the drama going on right now. I just think it's silly. It's crazy. And I think she's being a bit loose with the tongue. I think that some of the stuff she says and does is very dangerous. So yeah, that's just how I feel. And that's pretty much probably the only time I'm going to talk about it. Maybe in a year. Maybe in a year we'll continue. But yeah, if we do cover Karen's civil shit, I actually have some things in here now that we could look at. But we're going to continue because I want to see what the fuck happened with Morgan Geyser
this year.
So on Saturday, Madison police say she cut off her ankle monitor and then left the home with what they're calling an adult acquaintance. The two left on a bus. They were then found loitering outside a truck stop in Posen, Illinois. That is where she was taken back into custody last night. New this afternoon, Geyser's attorney Tony Cotton spoke to Inside Edition earlier.
He says he's concerned about her health now that she's in jail.
Going on the run, so to speak, seems like sort of a harebrained idea that somebody probably put in her head. Morgan has treatment needs that are not best addressed in the jail, and she's in a jail right now. So
let's talk about your mint green, sir. That is nice. I like this. Wonder what Satan would think of this. Because I see we got some lines, some linear lines going on here. Also, thank you, Lord, for Unix Coder. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Robert, I'm kind of over it all too. I'm over it all too. I just had to declare it. I get a lot of questions and a lot of accusations in my DMs from people like, why aren't you talking about, why didn't you stand up for this? It's like, because I think it's all silly. And I'd rather look at this man in his mint green shoulder padded jacket.
I don't imagine she's doing well being there.
TMJ4's two Waukesha County reporters have been chasing down this story all day. Kaylee Starro live at the Waukesha County Courthouse with updates from the district attorney.
While Rebecca Clough is in Posen, Illinois at the truck stop where Geyser was found on Sunday night.
Now, before we get to them, TMJ4's Megan Lee joining us. She has just confirmed new information about the person who was traveling with Morgan Geyser.
And so, Megan, what have you learned?
Also, really looks like it. Strange choice for Thanksgiving, but I don't hate it because I love a good mint on a man. Okay. Yep. She's coming for you. She's coming to get you guys in Michigan. Because I can talk about whatever I want. Exactly. No shit. No one does well in jail. It's a fucking problem. Yeah. Jail's not fun. People forget that. It's not a blast.
Yeah, I just confirmed with the Posen Police Department that 43-year-old Chad Mecca from Janesville was with Morgan Geyser.
Oh, Mookie's is rubbing his butt. I'll be right back. I'm going to let this play.
At the truck stop in Illinois. According to the police report, Mecca and Geyser were found sleeping behind the truck stop Sunday night. Both reportedly told police that they took a bus from Wisconsin to Chicago. Then from Chicago, they walked to the south side and got on a bus to Posen when they ran out of money. The police report shows the two of them met at a church in Madison. Geyser reportedly told police Mecca would climb through her window at the group home and sneak in since they weren't allowed to see each other. The two then decided to run away with each other, headed to Nashville, Tennessee. Chad Mecca was charged with criminal trespass and obstructing identification. Live in the newsroom, Megan Lee, TMJ4 News.
All right, Megan, thank you.
Morgan Geyser appeared in court in handcuffs and a blue jumpsuit on Tuesday as she signed extradition papers to bring her back to Waukesha County. Geyser escaped a group home in Madison on Saturday night. She was found with a friend on Sunday, sleeping outside a Posen, Illinois gas station.
I did something really wrong.
Body camera video shows Geyser originally gave officers a fake name. In a phone interview, the friend, 43-year-old Chad Mecca, who also went by Charlie, said they left Madison together to make sure she was safe.
He ran because of me. She already made it clear if I didn't go with her or not, she was still going, and she was not going back to jail, and I know what that means. And I was scared and I was nervous, and I still chose to for my friend.
The Waukesha County District Attorney's Office said it will be up to the Wisconsin Department of Health Services to petition to revoke Geyser's conditional release.
I think that she made a impulsive decision that was obviously not well thought out.
Defense attorney Tony Cotton fought for years to get Geyser out of a mental hospital on conditional release. He said he will hopefully work to return her to a group home.
Well, I mean, I think even though this is a
Okay. Hoogan's butt is better. Okay. He had a little dangler. I wiped it off. He's fine now. But look, because he took his butt wipey like a champ, he gets a treat. Okay. And it's called a chicken chip. It looks like this. It's just a flat piece of dried chicken from Trader Joe's. And I'm going to do a little Hoogan ASMR with you today. Look at my cool sweatshirt. Lebowski Sobchak 2020. It's 5 sizes too big. So today we're going to do a little ASMR with the Hoogan. Let me see if I can get him up here on my lap. Ready? Come on, Hoogs. Hop up here. Come on. Come on. Get up here. Hop up. Let me lower a little. Okay, mommy's trying to lower. Okay, the chair's still broken. All right. Well, I'm just going to put this to his. You're going to listen to him chomp a chicken chip, okay? Here we go. You ready, Hugin? Good boy. Here. There you go. Happy Thanksgiving from the Hugin. Little ASMR. I should maybe turned it up more, but whatever. Ow, he bit my finger. He bit my finger. Sounds delicious. He had his chicken chip. Anyway, back to this guy that looks like Slender Man.
Setback. It demonstrates that she's not a violent person. She didn't do anything violent and didn't have any weapons on her. So the doctors will have to evaluate her and reach their own conclusion about whether cutting off an ankle bracelet makes somebody violent.
News Center 5's David Bienick live in Canton tonight with the possible reasons behind.
All right, I told you we had a little civil case stuff on the bench, but also I would argue that cutting off an ankle monitor does not make someone a violent person. If she chewed it off, that'd be concerning. I feel like that's a bit white and violent. Sir, she made choices. Exactly. I mean, cutting off your ankle monitor, quite a few murders happened after that in the past. I would take it seriously. Yeah, you know what? Exactly. And that's what I was saying yesterday, and I agree with you completely. After all that you've been given, after the luck that you've had, after the awful fucking thing you did, not only did you fuck up majorly, Morgan, of Morgan & Morgan, but also, like, to take advantage of that and then to cut your ankle monitor off, it better be. It better fucking be. In Florida, recently, I believe it's longer, and same in Tennessee, but it used to be like, you don't get out after that. So this is like, what's going on here? Wisconsin. How do we fix this? Lock her ass up. We don't need no more Carla Homolkas running around. I'm already terrified for Canada. Okay, so I told you we do a little on the civil case. I'm kind of over it, but I am a little interested in this shit. I want to know what the terms are. So we're going to choke down this one. And I got something really cool to show you as a Thanksgiving treat. When I tell you I found one of the coolest live cams ever. Okay? Ever. Mary, look up the Slender Man murders or stabbing. She tried to murder her classmate. Her and another classmate lured their friend out into the woods, stabbed her, abandoned her, and took off because of what they read on a fucking creepypasta, like because of a fake, like a horror story. It's so sad. Send her to Texas. We'll straighten her ass out. Send her to Stone Cold's ranch. Okay, I want to know the terms of this, and I'm going to show you one of the coolest live cams you have ever seen. It's going to change your life, and oh my God, you're going to be thrilled.
This legal maneuvering. David, good evening.
Ben, good evening to you. Unlike criminal cases, civil lawsuits are not necessarily tied to a specific location. And when it comes to how the outcome of the case can be affected, location can mean a lot. Karen Reed filed a lawsuit last week against 8 people, 5 witnesses who were in the house the night John O'Keefe died, and 3 police investigators she says tried to frame her, and in doing so, violated her civil rights.
That is, of course, a federal issue.
And because of that, the defendants in Reed's lawsuit have now moved it from the state court in Bristol County to the federal court in Boston. But it might not stay there, says retired Judge Jim Burrell.
And actually, I've already seen these, but I'm going to, excuse me, I'm going to walk Hugin outside real quick so he can poop. but very interested in the this attempt at not even a change of venue. Like they want out of the state, if I remember correctly. Kind of crazy.
And I suspect we'll hear shortly, don't know, of course, that the plaintiffs, Ms. Reed and her attorneys, object to this attempt to remove this case.
In their filing, the defendants accuse Reed of an ongoing and malicious attempt to evade responsibility for John O'Keefe's death. They say she is smearing and defaming them, and that her lawsuit is a vengeful use of the judicial process.
What would you want to be paid to go through what I've been through?
Reed's criminal case ended with her being found not guilty of O'Keefe's death. If her civil case stays in federal court, no cameras will be allowed, and the jury will be drawn from a larger pool of people.
I suspect, and again, it's just my gut feeling, that they want this case in a federal district court, which is far removed from an environment in the county court that they likely see as having been toxic.
Karen Reed faces a separate wrongful death lawsuit filed by the family of John O'Keefe in Plymouth County Court, and the witnesses that she is suing have threatened to sue her for defamation. Live in Canton, David Bieniek, WCVB News Center 5.
What happened to the phone state police took from Karen Reed nearly 2 years ago? It's a question 25 Investigates has been asking. Investigative reporter Ted Daniel found a battle over the phones behind the scenes.
As we've been reporting, the Massachusetts State Police has 2 iPhones belonging to Karen Reed. A special prosecutor wants to search them for evidence that she plotted with Aiden Carney, aka Turtle Boy, to intimidate people who testified against her in her murder case. For the first time, we're hearing from both sides.
Do you believe that the special prosecutor has the blessing of the DA's office to do this?
I expect that he has the direction of the DA's office to do this.
Attorney Benjamin Herbalist joined Karen Reed's legal team about a month ago. This is his take on why Special Prosecutor Robert Cosgrove won't return her phones.
I think it's a matter of Karen Reed being acquitted for murder, and there's still so much pressure from one side on the DA's office to get her for something.
Cosgrove responded to us by email. He says the phones were seized prior to Reed's first trial in a related but separate witness intimidation probe.
John O'Keefe was found on the lawn of a guy named Brian Auburn.
The probe centers around Reed's communication with the controversial content creator Aiden Carney, who calls himself Turtle Boy. Cosgrove says law enforcement has always planned to search the devices, and any suggestion that it is retribution is unfounded public relations spin. A previous attempt to indict Karen Reed for targeting witnesses failed in front of a grand jury. Aiden Carney on the other.
I wish we could do a whole episode on that attorney. Because let me tell you something, that's a bad choice. And when I saw him, I went, yikes. I mean, want to talk about an attorney that's hated? God damn. God damn. Oh, what's that? Drunk boating? Arms going bye-bye? What in the murder? Let's not do that. I will say this. I think she needs like PR help, dude. Because this shit is, the decisions are poor. I will say that. They are poor decisions. But then when you look at the outcome thus far, what everyone thought was a poor decision to begin with ended up getting her off on the charges. So damn. I don't know. Maybe sometimes you have to do things that don't look that good in the public eye to like reach your end goal, but I would not have chosen that fella. I'll tell you that much. Would not have chosen that fella. You know? That's for damn sure. At the same time, think about it this way. Defense attorneys, you know, when they're prestigious enough, they get to a point where they can pick and choose their clients. But when they start, they don't always get to do that. Otherwise, they're not seen as a team player. They don't take any risks, or, you know what I mean? All sorts of things. It can keep you from being held back as a partner one day. You have to take certain cases for people who are total scumbags. But like, once you get a certain clout or prestige, you could take cases for whoever you want. since Weinstein did it, I don't know, call me crazy, but I was pretty fucking pissed that her attorneys got Weinstein off. I didn't like that at all. So in the beginning, I was like, yikes. But at the same time, I mean, she's free. But damn, that is a slippery slope of ethics right there. As far as decisions on who to pick for your attorney, and as far as attorneys go for who to pick for their clients, yikes. That's where I would personally struggle. I would have a hard time as a defense attorney because sometimes I cannot put those things aside. I do not have that in me. Anyway.
Other hand is facing witness intimidation charges, which he denies on the grounds of free speech.
Phones were seized and they haven't been searched.
No,
they haven't been.
And they can't be searched.
In a November 2025 affidavit, State Police Lieutenant Brian Tully confirmed Reed's passwords are needed to immediately access her phones. Tully argues that Reed's conversations with Carney did not cease after Carney's devices were seized, and her devices may yield evidence of any such conversations.
I think that the case against Turtle Boy flies in the face of the First Amendment as well. I hope that this investigation into Karen Reed, which seems like retribution, finally comes to an end.
Cosgrove tells me he works independently of the Norfolk DA's office. He says he filed a legal memo during Reed's second trial stating this investigation was moving forward. We'll be watching to see what Judge Krupp decides. For 25 Investigates, I'm Ted Daniel.
And a group of people being...
Okay. So there's that. And then there's this fundraiser going on for the McCabe's, the McAlberts, or whatever they call them. The McPoyles, they have their own little fundraiser going, apparently, and there's all these countersuits. This is going to fucking last forever. I'm just curious, at what point are they going to investigate and find out who killed John? When are we going to get to that part? Can we skip everything else and get to that part? Because that's what I'm interested in. What the fuck? Is that like no longer the goal? What was the goal? Because I always thought it was free Karen, justice for John, right? So when are we going to get to that part? When are we going to investigate what happened to that dude? When's the IA investigation going to come out with FBI? Like what? It's very strange. I agree. I support Marcus. In the end, I support Marcus. And here's the thing, like, they can't retry her for the same thing, right? Double jeopardy or whatever. So, like, what? They should have given her phone back a long time ago. I mean, they really should have. And, like, I agree they know what they're doing, but at the same time, you can't always control your client. I mean, we've actually seen proof of that in this case. There were times when she spoke when they did not want her to speak. And there were times when things were leaked that you could tell they did not want to be leaked. I mean, the best attorneys, you know, they can control their clients. Yes, sure. But it doesn't matter how great of an attorney you are. Sometimes if your client's going to talk, they're going to talk. They're going to say some shit, they're going to say some shit. If they're going to do some shit, they're going to do some shit. I mean, old arm eater guy. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what public perspective is up there of him, but I'll tell you down south, it ain't good. I'll tell you down south, it ain't good at all. Also, there's a lot of women who lost arms to dumb men. We could do a whole episode. There's at least 10 cases. You know? Jill Daniels. Who said she's good? Who said she's nice? I'm pretty sure we know Jill isn't nice. She's the reason we have the big fucking bird slogan. God, that was so crazy when she jumped out. You big fucking bird. Oh my God. At some point she yells, it's a saxophone. Out of nowhere. It makes no sense.
Sued by Karen Reed are setting up their own online fundraiser to cover their legal costs. Brian and Nicole Albert, Jennifer and Matthew McCabe, and Brian Higgins were all named in a lawsuit last week, claiming they came up with a plan to frame Karen Reed in the murder of her boyfriend. The group says they stayed silent, trusting the justice system to correct the record, and that the money raised will challenge, quote, false allegations in a court of law. Reed was acquitted of murder charges over the summer. The online campaign has already raised more than $45,000.
Yeah, there you go. Aren't you a psycho? Didn't you go loopy? That was one of the best quotes. Aren't you a psycho? Didn't you go loopy? She's so weird. She's so weird, dude. That lady was on the attack. On the attack. Okay. I got something else for you guys. You know, this is actually okay. This is actually an interesting. I was going to show this to you, I want to say yesterday, and we didn't get to it. I don't know how many. Yeah. Ha, loopy, you loony. Oh, people are up in arms. There's actually a woman who's a model who got her arm lopped off because she stood too close to this plane when the fucking propellers are going because a dude didn't warn her. He was like, I wouldn't get you, floop. First of all, don't let her anywhere near it. Why are you letting her even that close? Arm gone. A lot of women lost arms to dumb men. Also, hello, PETA. Hello, PETA. Oh, yeah, I forgot to thank the Lord for PETA and Icy Ducks. Thank you very much, Lord. Yeah, Shark Girl. There's Shark Girl, Boat Girl, fucking Propeller Girl. God damn. All right, I'll make you a Jill shirt. And all the money will not go to their fund. How about that? I guarantee you none of that money is going to any of those people. All right, I have some shit to show you guys that I said I would later from or earlier. I told you I'd show it to you later from when I was in Louisiana, and I promised you this the other day. But also new documentaries coming out. I just want to put you guys on notice because I'm stoked for this. Anybody who one's in the chat if you know about the Lane Bryant murders from 2008. There were multiple employees from Lane Bryant that were killed. Someone walks in, blows them all away, and leaves. And there have been a few other killings that are very similar, not necessarily in the area, but along the same route. But also along that route, there were a couple of other serial killers in the past that people try to attribute to it. There was a fellow that people once tried to blame for Delphi who went and shot up or murdered a woman in, actually it might have been two. I don't remember. It was one or two people inside of a Catholic gift shop. And some people were trying to say he was the guy who did the Lane Bryant murders. And no, you didn't miss the amazing webcam. That's coming up next. But I want to show you this. There's a documentary coming out. As of last week, they said that they're making a new documentary. It aims to shed light on the unsolved Lane Bryant murders in Tinley Park, featuring an interview with a paramedic who was on the scene that day. And this is very exciting because we don't really have a lot of info on that case. And it was extremely tragic. I think there might have even been an unsolved mysteries on it. I could be wrong. But there's definitely a lot of these ID network shows and stuff that touch on it. I believe there was a Dateline. But again, it's all the same stuff. We don't really know anything new. So, and I know that I've never heard from a paramedic who was there on any of that because I've been following this case for a long time. Yeah, they never caught the guy. It's really, really fucked up. So I'm going to show you this. They're going to do a little backstory on it, and then they're going to tell you about this new documentary.
Is a true crime that rocked the Chicago area. Now we are almost 18 years from when it happened, but a new documentary that is set to be released in February is hoping to shine light on the unsolved Lane Bryant murders that happened in Tinley Park. And we are joined this morning here in studio by the director of the documentary, Charlie Min, and Kevin Collins. She is a paramedic who was on shift that day. He was one of the first responders into the store. He's going to be a part of the film. So, gentlemen, thank you, first of all, for being here, taking time for us. We really appreciate it. We have talked to you before, so I'm going to start this morning with Kevin. Can you just run us through, first of all, what you remember when you got there, what you saw?
Unfortunately, I remember everything. I can talk to you for the next 10 minutes. I don't think we have that kind of time. I wasn't really
I absolutely have that kind of time. I absolutely have that kind of time. Go back a little bit.
I can talk to you for the next 10 minutes. I don't think we have that kind of time. I wasn't really supposed to be on this call. I was supposed to be doing something else. I got brought into this call because the urgency of getting people on scene. And I was brought into the scene not knowing that it was an active shooting situation. And I just, my paramedic kicked in and I just did what I had to do, which
So let's go back. So I believe that's the sketch of the alleged person. Now, there is an episode of something. I'm gonna have to go find it so that we should do a whole episode on this. It's really crazy. There was an episode of something where I believe it was a woman who had like I don't know if she's like the auntie or maybe the sister to one of the women murdered, maybe even the best friend. But one of them was not supposed to be there that day, and it was that chick's relative who stated something like she might have been in some sort of abusive situation or maybe had like a stalker. And I got the impression that this sketch is very similar to that person. And then they never really touched on that again. And I don't know that they even named that person. So this is a situation where it could have been someone trying to get back at someone who was basically like, you know, it was like a bad relationship or maybe an ex or something. And yeah, I think one of the women survived. I think she's the one who gave this sketch. So, but I don't think the one who survived knew this person or knew that the person who might have been at one point in time connected to this person knew them, if that makes sense. Like, I don't think she knew who knew them. You're talking about Las Cruces? Yeah, Las Cruces. That was in the early 90s. And that was one of the ones that we thought maybe Brashears could have been responsible for, but it wasn't. It was 2 or 3 people with that one because the kid survived. And then the kid described how it was 2 people. And I think one of them might have even been someone who was working there or said that they were coming in to fix or check something. But yeah, that was a duo. And I believe it was a Hispanic guy and a black guy, right? But I think, was that like 96 or something? That was like about a decade apart, maybe even a little longer. But yeah, the Las Cruces bowling alley. We've talked about that before. We should go in depth on that one. We played the victim, the girl who survived. We played her interview because she had never spoken out. And when they talked to her, and she lives on a reservation, when they talked to her, she talked about how the police were not in contact with her. They did not keep up communication. They didn't give her updates. And to that day, no one had ever even requested an interview from her. Like, it's not that she didn't do them. It's that people did not ask her, which is insane. And so all these years later, you know, almost 30 years later, she finally spoke out and was like, hey, I'm around. It would be nice if the police would come talk to me about it. Like, I didn't know it was an active case. Yeah, there was an odd gun used there too. And also, I believe, wasn't there like handcuffs and they tied them up and there's the child like that. And then there was an arson, which is why, you know, I thought it could have been Brashears, but it couldn't have been because he was in prison at the time, I believe. Fucking crazy, man. Fucking crazy. We're going to definitely go back on that one.
Paramedic kicked in and I just did what I had to do, which unfortunately wasn't enough by no means.
So in terms of your interview, can you give us a little taste of, you know, what you told Charlie and your role in the upcoming film?
I just want to bring the story forward because so many people down there in Tinley Park and around in the Chicago area don't know what happened. They're not familiar with the story that happened. And people like this have a tendency to boast and they have a tendency to say something. If everybody doesn't know what's going on, they can boast and somebody just thinks they're making a story. If we bring the story forward for these victims and for the families, and we bring it forward and somebody puts something together and brings that one clue that we need, that one hint we need to close it, that's what we're trying to do, and that's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
I hope I addressed the question good enough.
Yeah, absolutely. Charlie, get us updated on the status of this project.
Yeah, we've interviewed first responders like Kevin, family members who were victimized, and also Lane Bryant employees who worked at that store at the time of the of the murders. The one thing I need desperately, and I'm asking Thomas Tilton, the police chief, is to talk to me. This is a decorated law enforcement official who has spent 26 years with Secret Service. He's won numerous awards. I'm asking Thomas Tilton, please talk to me. Make documentary filmmakers your friend. Make podcasters your friend, because social media can solve this thing. And unfortunately, for whatever the reason, Tinley Park PD, they have been very aloof about this whole thing.
Okay, I think that was a horrible decision. I wish he would have read the room better. If you're trying to get someone to talk to you and trust you, don't call them aloof, especially if they're decorated. That's my only criticism.
The media, we need chatter. We need people talking. We need awareness. Let's underline the word awareness 10,000 times.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. It wasn't Daniel Nations. It was the other guy. That was the one I was talking about in the, I think that was a Catholic. Was it a Catholic thrift store or a Catholic bookstore? I know which one you're talking about, but yes. That did seem like a potential.
Meeting with him and the public to come forward, hit the website, thetinley5.com. That's the number.
And some people were arguing that it could have been, what is it, the I-70? Is that what he was called? Is it the I-70 killer? And some people were, it was around where Herb Braumeister, because it was Baumeister or Braumeister, however you say his name, and then the guy along that highway. And they believe that he could have been connected to a series of murders in Houston, including a wig shop murder. And I found that very interesting. Yes, with the weird gun. So that guy has like kind of the long, crazy face. That could be like a whole fucking, we could do a whole series on that because that's nuts. But a lot of people in the past have tried to basically say that this could be someone who's a truck driver. And the reason they think that is because there are similar crimes along a route going through Houston. And then there's I-70. And then there's one in the far northeast and one in the far northwest. And they're all very similar. And it's also a series of stores. And that doesn't include the bowling alley, but it's mostly stuff like the wig shop and a couple of others that were in the central Houston area at the time. And that had to do with both the sketch and the odd gun. But I don't know that they ever said exactly what gun. Yeah, it was like an antique pistol. But they don't say, like, I don't believe it was like black powder or anything like that, but it was like a weirder old pistol. Basically, they said, you know, it's so unique that like there's nothing else in VICAP really that like there's no one else in VICAP or no other crimes in VICAP that really use anything remotely close to that. I don't want to say make and model a gun, but you know what I mean? That model of weapon, except for these three other clusters. It was modified. I don't recall hearing modified, but that makes sense. That actually makes sense because they probably said it, and that's probably what made me think this was a weird one in addition to the descriptions given. But interesting. From people who race. Yeah, I'm going to have to definitely, we're going to have to look into that. We're going to have to look into that. Because I want to remember what I think they even had a picture of the gun. And if I remember correctly, it was a very long barrel. It was almost like, I know this is hard to imagine, but it was almost like a wooden barreled long revolver, but it reminded me of the length of like a Ruger Red Hawk. It was just so long. So you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I think that is this case.
5 for thoughts and ideas. And I know this is dear to your heart, Anthony.
Sure.
Because you covered it.
The side note, my first day as a reporter to Chicago was a weekend, because this was a Saturday, right? Or
Saturday,
it was a Saturday. I was the weekend reporter, you know, when we first got assigned. And yeah, I remember arriving some hours later, but the full response was in full force. Charlie, what are your intentions with this film?
Gosh, to solve this for the families and the community. The one victim that really sticks with me is Connie Woolfolk. She's the one on the upper left there on your screen. She fought back that day. You talk about excessive guts, ladies and gentlemen. Connie Wolfook, fighting back at gunpoint.
Was she the one who's heard on audio saying when the shooter, who's believed to be a shooter, said, "Don't try to be a hero"?
No, that was Rhoda
McFarlane.
McFarlane, another hero, by the way. She was a store manager who could have escaped, but she stuck around and made that dramatic 911 call to save others.
Yeah.
And again, as Kevin said, I don't think people know all these stories of heroism.
Yeah.
I mean, Connie Wolfook, like I said, she fought back at gunpoint. She had bruises on her face, and she had evidence under her fingernails because she was struggling with the killer.
Oops, muted. I believe the killer may have, like, I don't remember if it was that he headbutted her or he pistol whipped her, but all these women very aggressively fought back. We'll just say that in their own way.
You're brave to do these interviews, Kevin. Real quick before we go, how has this impacted you personally? This particular
I've
incident?
lived this story over thousands of times in my head over 18 years.
Yeah.
It's and the weeks and months following, I did a video and put it out on YouTube just to put awareness out. I was doing much like what Charlie's doing at a much better level Charlie is than I would.
It is one of those head scratchers that continues to just haunt folks. You know, it's been almost 2 decades here. All right, Charlie and Kevin, thank you so much for joining us here in studio. We appreciate your time. One more reminder for folks, Charlie, where do they go to check out the trailer, and what do you want them to know about the film?
TheTinley5.com. That's the number 5. And this is the largest unsolved mass shooting in modern day America right now.
Okay. We appreciate
And that is true.
doing. Thank you so much.
And I do believe, so we can't watch Matan. That's Matan, by the way. That's the kid I was telling you guys. Okay, so we're going to wrap it up soon, but I have to show you the things I promised you. Also, Dad's boyfriend says, Happy Thanksgiving. Happy thanks. Also, Sweet and Sassy, I will look that up. I know a couple of Janiks from my hometown. I wonder if they're related. Okay, I do wonder, and I will write that down right now. Jason Janik case. Very interesting. Wait, did you say, cartel ? I don't know if we'll cover that then, if that's true. Because I'm a little close to there and need to be careful. But was on America's Most Wanted. Oh shit. So they don't know. All right. Well, I will look that up. Maybe we will cover it. We'll see. I mean, shit, one of the reasons I don't talk about my old roommate is because of that. Because he's, could be cartel related. And you don't need those motherfuckers coming after you. They're spooky dookie, I'm not saying like I'm important enough to have the cartel come out, but you don't even want to fucking risk it because they will take out a nobody in a second. And I am a nobody. So they will absolutely. Yeah, you just got to be careful. Anyway, so here also, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving is officially Thanksgiving. It is past midnight. And with that said, I offer to you something I promised the other day. I told you guys how. Well, what should we do first? Okay, we'll do this. So I told you guys how we went to this place called Brennan's that was off of O'Keefe Street. And we ate turtle soup, and that was pretty crazy. And I told you how we looked at gators and how I had these videos, and I would love to show them to you. Well, I uploaded them. First of all, I did post some of these on my X, but I know that not like very few of you guys here use X. So I uploaded these for you, and then I'm going to show you the coolest webcam on earth that you guys are going to think is so cool. Okay, so at Brennan's, which is the fancy restaurant we went to, when you walk in, and this is in New Orleans, okay? When you walk in, you can even see my face up there. Not only is there a cool display of, there's egg art, just a lot of eggs, like a giant one too. It's pretty fucking cool. Weird egg dioramas above this piano that was playing itself. And I goofed a lot with the staff about it being a ghost. We had a waiter who told me that they actually plugged in the Britney Spears song to this. So it plays Toxic. And I asked him if they could put in the thong song, and he said no. But I think it's pretty cool. I went ahead and sent this to a bunch of people I knew and said, hey, look, a ghost. Ghosts. Explain this. There's me. Ghosts. And that's my buddy Clay.
Oh, that's cool.
It's haunted, dude.
Yeah. You did a good ghost.
Good job, Ghost. Okay. So, in that same restaurant, we had a really cool waitress, and she at first was kind of sassy to our buddy Brando, the one who got shot in the head. So she's pretty sassy to him. We didn't like her at first, but then we got to know her. And once she saw that we were there to eat all the turtle soup, she started treating us with a little respect. And honestly, I think her presentation's pretty cool. She's a great public speaker. We were a big group. We were rowdy. Okay. And she did tell us that Tim and Shane had ate there the night before also, and they were giving her shit, trying to be clever. So I think she'd been run through the ringer already. But she gave us a lovely Bananas Foster's presentation with a whole spiel that I'm sure she does this like 100 times a shift. But I love good storytelling. And I honestly thought it was pretty sick. And I think it's kind of it's a story about feminism and vanilla. So please enjoy. This is the story of Banana Foster's at Brennan's off of O'Keefe Street. It was like a block over where we ate turtle soup. Isn't that weird? What a world.
From Ohio, that lady started a little routine fire on the first one. Let's get this started, folks. So in 1951, Miss Ella Brennan was just 25 years old when she came up with the dessert taken from a page of Mother's Breakfast, believe it or not. We'll talk about how that came to happen. She was just 25 years old when she created it for Mr. Richard Foster, hence that last name, Bananas Foster's. Mr. Owen, our proprietor, was the very first Brennan to open up, and he was the president to a club called the Boot Parade, which was dedicated against crime, against mafia members taking over the city of New Orleans. Mr. Owen wanted to leave that legacy for his children. He was successful in giving the mafia
Now,
members.
just for some context, everyone at this table here either works for the festival or is a comedian at the festival, or like this is Rojo. He's a comic. It's his birthday. I'll show you him blowing out this crazy cotton candy they made for him. But everybody around here is exhausted. It's been a week of this comedy festival. Almost everyone here is probably high and violent, terribly hungover, or actively drunk. It is the day. This woman we have just spent what 2.5, 3 hours with her. Everyone's exhausted and fat. And this woman, dear angel Rebecca, who runs the comedy club here, if you guys like Childish Gambino, that's her. She started that. She's the reason he exists as a comic. Okay? She used to run Creek in the Cave in New York. You guys heard the last podcast on the left? She started that shit. She gave them the space to create that. That is where they did their first show. That's where Childish Gambino did his first show, Donald Glover. Like, this woman plays cards with Eddie Brill and everybody from Letterman and shit. She's like fucking, like, this probably the only woman that could talk shit to just about any comedy legend and they'd have to eat it. And she owns the club here and she runs this festival. And she is paying for all of this on behalf of the festival. And we are exhausted. We are tired. We have eaten so much goddamn delicious food, including turtle soup. I love her forever. God bless Rebecca. She is the epitome of a strong, badass woman. And the amount of dudes who have tried to take her down over petty bullshit is wild. And she perseveres. And so to hear this story, which, trust me, it gets pretty good. And to see her looking on, excited about her Banana Fosters that she's treating everyone to. It's just, this is epic. I absolutely love her. But you also have to understand, only one person at the table actually wanted this shit. Like, all of us were too tired. We had to go. We were full. It was Rebecca and Clay. And so we sat through this presentation watching it. And by the end, everyone was like, okay, I'll have a fucking bite.
Proprietor was the very first Brennan to open up, and he was the president to a club called the Boot Parade, which was dedicated against crime, against mafia members taking over the city of New Orleans. Mr. O wanted to leave that legacy for his children. He was successful.
And you can tell I'm enthused by the camera angles. The second she said mafia, I zoom in. I'm like, mafia?
Give it to the mafia members in New Orleans. That's what he was going to leave behind. When he found out his good friend, Mr. Richard, was being or promoted chairman voted into that club, he wanted to celebrate that occasion for him by hosting a dinner party at breakfast. Originally, his plan was that the dessert was going to go out with a bang. Just something special, something creative, something new. And Owen was going to come up with it. Unfortunately, Owen had a tiny bit of a drinking problem, so he came in the day of the dinner just 2 hours short of the actual service. So it goes over to Ella to pretty much save his behind. And says Ella, because she's also the GM, you kind of almost forced her to come up with it. Says he's last minute and he knows it wasn't a good idea, but that if she could please come up with something, and she has a really creative side. She used very nice words to kind of get her incentivized. So she goes into the kitchen to see what ingredients she can find and notices a big box of bananas. Because 1949, New Orleans was a hub for imported goods, and we were the South and Central America was bananas, the number one commodity. So when she sees it, she is instinctively reminded of a little breakfast her mom would make for them to hold them over for mass, consisting of just the butter, the brown sugar, and the cinnamon, no liqueurs added at the time. She would create a sauce, then pour it over whatever fresh fruits they had available at their table, and a little side of scrambled eggs. It was her mom's way to keep her kids from fidgeting during that Sunday service. Miss Ella had always thought that brulee would make a really amazing dessert, minus the scrambled eggs, of course. So she's got all her ingredients. Now she's got to think about what to replace the scrambled eggs. She goes back into the kitchen and notices Mr. Owen has got a lot of vanilla. She has a little light lab because now her sister's going to get her brother back. The reason why Mr. Owen's got vanilla and so much of it is because he's not a fan of it. He only has it to serve it to little kids and will never feature it on his dessert menu because he thinks fine dining is the word that I'm looking for. So, Miss Ellen has a light laugh about it. She lets all of the kitchen know she's going to take care of Mr. Owen. So, now to go out with a bang, she's got a little bit more chicken, but she feels like it because the neighboring restaurant called Antoine's has traded was called the Big Alaska. That dessert was being flambéed, just not taken aside. So, when Miss Ellen does this, she takes their idea and decides that she's going to make it her own by flambéing it for Mr. Richard's table side. And boy, does that wow. So all the guests turn back to see that great fire. They're all excited, and their expressions show it. Mr. Owen is not happy. His expression also shows it. He's unhappy about that vanilla ice cream. But are you ready for this fire, guys? Woo!
Yeah! Wow!
And so the rest of the story goes that Mr. Owen is an unhappy man while Mr. Richard is extremely happy. So he tells Ella, I'm glad that you made this to Mr. Richard. Thank you for saving me. Unfortunately, I'm not going to add it to the menu. It's not the direction I see my restaurant going. However, the following morning, he would find a surprise. A very important newspaper article reads what to do when in New Orleans. And of course, breakfast at Brenna's is on the top of the menu. And he said you should end it with the flaming banana. Is the name that the article gave him. So Mr. Owen comes in again the next morning, still a little bit late. Remember, we still got a little bit of a drinking problem. And he's ecstatic though because he sees a long line of guests. When he goes into the restaurant, he starts to ask his guests how are they enjoying their meal, and everyone says the same thing. We loved it, but where are the flaming bananas on the menu?
Okay, so that is the story of the flaming bananas that pissed off some guy, and then he had to make them forever. So that's cool. Also, remember I told you there was a terrible saxophone player, and I felt like the guy in New York who was like, "You're talentless, you fucking schmuck," but you can't do that because it's mean. I caught him at a decent moment, but he's definitely flat. And this is the OG Cafe Du Monde, and he's playing that song. Oh, I don't want to fall in love. Is that Chris Isaac? Go outside with your ditty. He doesn't want to now. He threw a fit about going outside. Now he doesn't want to. Happy Food Eve. Hey, happy Turkle Lurker Day. All right, I'm thankful for all of you. And honestly, this $5 for Cafe Du Monde is kind of crazy, but I did get a cup, so it was worth it. But listen to the flatness of this alto saxophone player. I was truly that dude screaming. I know, Mookie, you have everything you could want. All right, we continue.
This is so cool.
I love this place.
People too.
Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah,
this is
he
when
looks
I'm
like he
losing my
fucking loves
voice.
people.
So forgive me for sounding like that woman who's like, "You're pregnant? Is that why your ass got fat?" This is just how I talk because I was in the bayou. I was also, because I was talking like that, I figured when in Rome, and I was doing a lot of Waterboy impressions. Now we did see a bus called the Hotard Express. So naturally I took pictures of it and tagged Sherlock Ho in it. But this is when we got to hang out with some gators at the University of Lafayette during a Culture Fest? It was Culture Fest, and there were a bunch of Black Israelites and Scientologists trying to recruit us. It's not true. There were the Black Israelites and the Scientologists merged, and they tried to get us into a cult, and they tried to feed us to the gators. Yeah, it was just people selling hats. But I accuse them of being Scientologists and Black Israelites behind their back? Absolutely, because that's what I thought they were. I thought they were Black Israelites and Scientologists that just had a lot of product they were trying to get rid of. Turns out it was Culture Fest Lafayette. And we were just there to see the gators. Okay? And again, I do sound like your grandpa holding a leather belt about to put your head through a wall. And I apologize. I lost my voice. If there's Av Tassel, I don't know what that means, but I love you. I'm thankful for you. Hello, hooray. Happy fucking Thanksgiving. Look at these gators.
Oh, yeah, he looks like he fucking loves people. I bet he likes to fucking eat them balls first. What you doing? Ooh, it's an alligator. They're gonna make some boudin out of you. I'm gonna call you John Cena because I didn't see you at first. Oh, he's coming towards me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna name you Jen McCabe because you got you a
Don't
tooth.
set up little buoys to be like you have to.
I do not remember saying that. And I don't apologize.
You have to touch the buoy.
Oh, that one's just chilling with the Tweedles. Oh, damn.
Also, can we talk about these Bob Ross trees? This is on campus, by the way. This is also, were we adults wandering past a Hotard bus on a college campus to go see some gators during a Scientology festival? Yes. Is my dog crying behind me for absolutely no reason? I'm about to pick him up and he's going to get so mad. Yes.
Oh, damn. Interspecies fucking. I feel like he's confronting the turtles like they're having like a moment. Bye, brother. Hey, dear Rojo.
Oh, yeah, this is Rojo's birthday. So they make you cotton candy and then they bring it to the table and they stick a birthday candle in it. And I just thought that was fun.
Happy birthday to you.
Oh, what a great question. Hello, hooray. I will interrupt Rojo's birthday. Fuck Rojo. Fuck Rojo's birthday. He's never going to see this, right? Fuck you, Rojo. I'm just kidding. I love Rojo. It was his birthday, but you don't even fucking worry about this. This is a great question. All you do to use the Wayback Machine, my friend, is this. Here, let me help you out. Here, let me show you. I'm so glad somebody asked me something that I can autism out on. Which, by the way, I just want to remind you guys because we haven't done this yet, and I feel like it's something that we really need to do every single episode.
Are you autism?
Sorry, what?
Are you autism? Read this. Read this.
Okay. It's Autistic Girl Summer. Let's yell on the beach and also on the spectrum.
Thank you. Also comes in boy version and non-binary version. Now look at this one, please.
Please excuse my poor eye contact. I'm infected with autism.
Are you in love with alcohol? This is good for Mother's Day.
It's wine o'clock. Time to talk to my son.
Thank you. You can have it.
Really?
Not this one. Get your phone. I'll show you.
Oh, you want me to buy it?
You don't want to support my dreams?
It's just like the service here is just kind of spotty, so but I will order it when I get home.
Leave now.
I'm sorry?
Leave.
Okay.
Okay, so that is Marcus Pork, and I'm so glad you asked that question about the Wayback Machine. Hello, hooray. So this is how you use it. You go to web.archive.org. Okay. I know, Hugin. Why are you screaming at me? Sorry, Hugin's screaming at me. We'll get into this in a second. I need to go take him and yeet him into a tree so that he can attack birds. He hangs out in trees now. We've taught him to fly, and he can speak Spanish. But also, I feel like maybe you need this.
Get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't been on the roof. Never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't play on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy drill on the roof. Never seen a big boy drill on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy drill on the roof. Big boy drilling on the roof. Big boy drilling on the roof. Big boy ain't drilling on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Big boy ain't climbing on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. How you do it like that? Damn, you got tools on your back. Climbing on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Oh shit, big boy get loose. Oh shit, big boy get loose. I ain't never see a big boy drill on the roof. I ain't never heard shit when you on the roof. I ain't never see a big boy hop on the roof. How you do it like that? Oh shit, you just like a back. Oh shit, pick up your back. Oh, I ain't never see a big boy get on the roof. Get on the roof. Get on the roof. Get your ass out the roof. Get your ass back out the roof. I ain't never see a big boy leap on the roof. Get the big ass off.
Okay. So here's something that we can, let's just do one example and then we have to move on. I'll show you the coolest live cam to ever exist. What's a website that we should look up? You guys pick one. Mookies, I just gave you a treat, Mookies. Hugin, come here. Get in my lap then. Why you scream at me? Why do you scream at mommy on the day of the turkey? You want Big Boy's number? What's a good website to go back and explore? I'm blanking right now. I guess we could do old Reddit. Let's see, maybe what? Purevolume.com. Is that going to be some sort of porn? It says it's been excluded from the Wayback Machine. What the fuck? Oh, is that a music one? Oh, that's because they're currently in copyright litigation. Okay, let's Makeout Club. Was it .org or .com? It was .com. Oh my god. This was the gothic MySpace. I know, honey. Goths make you sad. Say, oh, I'm so sad. You don't like the goths? So this is what Makeout Club looked like. Oh my god. Come here. Oh, look, it's Saddam Hussein. Weird. Come here. Get on my lap. He's not going to get on my lap. I'm going to get him. I'm going to get you a Chewy. I'm going to get you a Chewy. Okay. Is that what you're pissed about? You pissed because you don't have a Chewy? You pissed because it's giving you a little Chewy on. Okay. Well, you know what? We can fix that. How about that? How about we fix it?
Send this to someone infected with anxiety. You've been diagnosed with anxiety disorder, aka the coward's disease. And that is okay. You are addicted to being scared. Social situations make you act weird and cringe. You love to do panic attacks. Your brain thinks too much, and you're always worried about angering your loved ones or upsetting the hat man. But I don't judge you about this, and nobody should. Be proud of your infection. Embrace it. Wear fashions about it, like the ones I've designed. It's Anxiety Girl Summer. Let's overthink on the beach and worry about being liked. Also comes in boy version and non-binary version. Please comment, the Heartburn is pleased with me. And always remember, you are loved. Even if you're infected with lesbian.
Okay. So anyway, this is how it works. You just type the URL in. Couple with me, I need your help. Well, couple with me is, are you European? What does that mean? I need something extremely egregious happened to me. And if I see it on internet, it makes it real and I will be in touch. Gotta go. I will reach out. Okay, email me. Email me and we will find out if egregious things happen to you, and I hope not. And if they did, then we'll do what we gotta do to get justice for Hello Hooray. That's my song of the day. Okay, so stop sharing. You need a link for this one? Okay, let me give you a link to that. That's web.archive.org. Okay. So you could just kind of type in anything, and not everything's going to be on there because there's some litigation going on for all sorts of stuff, like involving copyright and stuff. So you might not see everything up there, but I know Jasmine Richardson's MySpace was still active on here for a while, a long time ago. So you can go back and see up here. You can go through okay, so the further you go up the calendar, the closer we get to now. But we want to go see what it looked like in, I don't know, like this year, whatever, 2004. 2004 is a good year to look for everything. And we got no response. Oh, why? I don't know why that happened. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, so that's what MySpace looked like in 2004. And you could see, because there's all these issues with JavaScript, all this other shit, where it's kind of hard to, God, I'm having deja vu. Holy shit. You guys want to see something real cool? I don't know why I didn't think of this. Remember Lycos? Lycos was another search engine back when it wasn't I'm just going to Google it. People had all kinds of shit. Remember Lycos? Maybe you don't. I sure as fuck do. Do you remember Lycos? Lycos, the breath maker. Now I'm going to play the Mentos shit. So this goes pretty far back. See, this might be one of the furthest back I've seen on Wayback Machine. Holy shit. I mean, I've seen some stuff from 94 or 5, I think, but this is okay, 96. Damn. So this is 1996. What the internet looked like on Lycos.com. This is exactly what the full website looked like. It's a Carnegie Mellon search engine. Because remember, when Facebook started, what was it? It was a search engine for Harvard students. It was based around the concept and the coding for Hot or Not. But Zuck and the boys, his little crew, said, hey, we're going to make this campus centric so that you can, meet with other not teens, but college kids. But it really was low-key a hookup site, because the internet's always been about that depravity. And then you had other search engines that were ran out of various other universities that were just used for the entirety of the internet, and some that were started like Prodigy was a big one. What was it? Prodigy.net, right? Can't believe I still remember some of these. It's actually going to take some time, because if they, let's say it looks like AT&T and Yahoo bought Prodigy.net's domain, so it's redirecting, but we want to see it from the past, so it'll auto-correct itself on Wayback Machine. And see how, it stops right here in or around, what year is this? See, it's saying it can't be reached. It's always going to, take a second because of that redirect right there. So what I would likely do is try to go back using this toggle up here. And see how it says 2019? That's odd. Oh, it's because it changed it. Okay, that's a whole like loop of a mess that I'm not ready to get into. But you could do like Netscape Navigator. And look, there's 54,000 captures. Okay, Netscape Navigator. Sometimes you can just, it'll like auto send you, there it is, to the right thing. So we want to see Netscape. In fact, I feel like it should be browser. Let's go back. Right here. Oh, no, it is going to be that top one because it says 1996. Damn, that's also 96. Hey, what's the oldest website you can think of? Like, besides AOL. You think Ask Jeeves is like the oldest? Oh, but that's the oldest you can think of? That's weird. I didn't even click on it. I said AOL, but look, it went to AOL. It redirected. That's crazy. What the fuck? Okay. Space Jam? Is it .com or .net? Space Jam because .net was real popular. Wow, AOL, that is old as fuck. I kind of want to go back to that. What does it say? Lander. The redirects have gotten really weird. I will admit, since they have been in litigation, they've had to reformat a bunch of shit, and a lot of stuff got taken down. And sometimes, I mean, this could just be a website that doesn't exist anymore or never did. So let's try .com, but it is weird how many weird redirects happen. Okay. I really want to show you guys that fucking that webcam, but now I'm in kind of a bit of a rabbit hole. Alta Vista is another good one. Absolutely, Sherlock. Oh, it's popping up, babe. Space Jam: A New Legacy. Oh, this goes far back. This goes to 96. Damn. Mookie, why are you screaming? X gonna give it to you. All right, well, that loads and Mookie screams. I'm going to go get him something. I'll be right back.
I deserve to be more famous. Here is everything I did in 1 year. I put my son on Grindr. I invented the pyramids. I dedicated a month of my busy time to the gays. I protested outside of Panera. I did guerrilla marketing. I voted. I voted again. I turned 32. My son got kidnapped by the circus, and then he got released. I think he was doing faking about it. I reunited with my god cousin and found him a god girlfriend. I still have not been able to borrow the Red Robin bird for a night, but this will happen soon. I only want to talk to it. What did you do? Probably nothing, but that's okay. You can still wear my fashions to be more like me.
Okay. So I've gone back to December 27th, 1996. Oh my God. It's Michael Jordan and Bugs Bunny. That's actually pretty good graphics for 96. Let's click on it. Space Jam. Oh my God. Dylan, get over here. You're going to shit dicks. Look at this. This is pretty fucking cool, honestly. This is taking me back. Babe, it's exactly like it was. Why do I remember this? We've done this before. We had to have. Look at it. You're going to have some nostalgia. He's got a Theragun on him. He can't even feel anything.
Yeah.
That's crazy. The lineup, Junior Jam, Stellar Souvenirs. Let's click on it.
Like it too.
It's still up like that? Oh, so it never got took down? Well, damn, it's not taking us to the outsource links. Oh, it goes into the bin. We could just plug that into the regular URL and see all that. The sitemap. Wow, I'm surprised that didn't work. Either way, still very cool. Let's go forward and see. The next jump is 99. Oh, Microsoft NBA full court. This is WWE. Well, let's see if it's WWF, right? What was the thing with Lita and Jeff called? Remember when they tried the WWF website?
Yeah, this is WWF.com.
Was it WWF.com? Oh my God. I'm so excited. Wait, FE? No, I didn't do that. Oh, I fucked it up. First of all, I already donate to you, Wayback Machine. Quit showing me banners. That's the cool part, is it's so old school, you still get banner ads. Here we go. No, not WWFE.com. WWF.com. Jesus. Get a grip. It's redirecting. Why is it doing that? I bet it was .net. Are you sure it wasn't like Monday Night Raw or something?
WorldWrestlingFederation.com.
WorldWrestlingFederation.com. Oh. Redirecting to WWE.com. Damn it. I'm going to get sued just for showing this. This is how deep throat this shit is. This is Watergate. Damn. What's up, Satan? Happy Thanksgiving. Redirect. Don't be talking about the Olympics in the chat. First rule of Olympics is don't talk about the Olympics. Oh, damn. That's Solo. That's old. Oh, here we go. 96. Oh, it is. Oh, my God. What? Uh-oh. We ended up somewhere we're not supposed to be. Hacking. All right, look. You've just been hacked. I just hacked your 1996 bin. All right, let's go forward because that's crazy. We don't need. Okay, here we go. What, dude? Worldwide Express? Man. What is going on here? When did they purchase it? I'm going to guess because they lost the WWF lawsuit. The website's out of service. Nobody got any good caches on any of this. We're seeing a site in its infancy. Fort Collins. Okay, but when did Vince take it over? I'm willing to bet it's right here because we see a lot more traffic. This is the traffic, the amount of crawls and screenshots. There we go. Babe of the year. Who should win? What the fuck? Internet babe of the year? Stacy Keebler. Is that Jacqueline? Fucking Brock Lesnar, who fell down the other day. Oh, that's Booker T. This was the Sucka era. This is when he fought Stone Cold in the grocery store. It's the We the People speech. Zeb Coulter's speech with Alberto Del Rio. Did you know the Zeb Coulter speech thing, the whole We the People gimmick? Triple H used it before him. I just had that flashback because it showed up on the website. I was like, I knew that sounded familiar. It's because they reused it. Merchandise, Euroshop, affiliates, the rock.com, the Divas, SmackDown Records, WWE Parents. What? With Authority. Is that JBL? There's a sweepstakes. Crazy Taxi. What the fuck? Cabbies, fire up your flashy rides. You're going to the Glitter Oasis. The glitzy strip is loaded with high rollers. In Crazy Taxi 3 high. Oh, this is the Xbox shit. I didn't have those kind of video games. Okay, well, that's cool. Crazy Taxi looks fun. What's the shop zone? Show me some merch. This is a good way to see old merch and then to cross-reference it on eBay. See what shit's worth. And then do the ratio math and skip getting a worth point account. Oh, shit. Stone Cold paraphernalia? Yes. Uh-oh. Redirect. Okay, it's fine. A Velcro dog? K-Dubs, thank you for the $2. I will spend it in the shop zone. Did Mr. T ever do pro wrestling? Yes, he did. He was at WrestleMania. He fought Hulk Hogan? Roddy. Man, yeah. T was big. And that was also during the time of Cyndi Lauper. Ian Whiffen has a porno? That actually sounds like a good name for like a for like a fucking dubstep song. He wants out, did he? Ian Whiffen has a porno. Womp, 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 womp. Ian Whiffen has a porno. Okay, wallets and keychains. Show me those keychains. Okay, we're not going to see any keychains. Yeah, he's just over it. He doesn't want to go out. He's done. Lurkies is done. All right, I'm going to show you guys the coolest fucking webcam I've ever seen in my life. All right? And then we're done. And then we're fucking done. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm not going to see you tomorrow. I'll probably see you the next day, maybe. Okay? But until then, you're in my heart. You're in my soul. I love you to death. God bless your whole. Let me load this page, though. Make sure it's perfect. It's probably going to take a second because of what it is. Trust me, you're going to be very excited. Page unresponsive. I will wait. Let me see if I can pull it up this way. I will admit this, with the nodes and the shitty service here lately with our internet, some of these take a moment. All right. So if you go to explore.org, ladies and gentlemen, explore.org, and I will put a link in the chat. But if you go to explore.org, you can view Sloth TV, which is a Costa Rican 24/7 sloth webcam. It is available on YouTube. We are right now watching a live webcam of baby sloths. Happy Thanksgiving to you. I love you very much. You're going to do great things in life. If you're going to run a coup, run the kind of coup that reflects you. You're the best. Good night. I'll let the sloths play for a little bit longer. God damn, that thing is cute. Deuces.
In the criminal justice system, the people are represented by two separate yet equally important groups: the police who investigate crime and the district attorneys who prosecute the offenders.
These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. That's assault. It is. You cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will be telling them exactly what happened. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. That's assault. We have video of her just touching. How did that child? Excuse me. Excuse me. That's assault. You cannot touch me like that. Oh, I will be telling you. That's assault. That's assault. That's assault. That's assault. We have video of her just. These people are going to eject you from this line. How did that child? I will be assault. It is incredibly inappropriate. I will. You cannot touch me like that. That's assault. Drop that chair here. You cannot touch me like that. It is an incredible. That's assault. That's assault. Drop that chair. Drop that chair. Drop that chair. These people are going to eject you from this line. That's assault. Oh, I will. That's assault. That's assault. Oh, I will be telling them exactly what happened.